Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. I am your host, Eric, as you already know, and this is the best show on this side of the other side of the upside of the downside of the right side or the left side. I'm not choosy. But welcome, everybody. We got some channel members in the house here. Give a shout out to Harrison James. Good to see you here in the show. And we do have a super chat. We'll be looking at that in a second, but thanks everybody for being here. Let me bring up some of the guests tonight for the panel. First up, we have Joe from Crazy Joe's Concession Stand, because Joe, he's so crazy. Like, I know how much you hate that. Sorry.
No. What I am. The only thing I can't stand is say what you will about my taste in movies. You can love my taste, hate my taste. I'm pretty knowledgeable,
Right.
and I'll own up to that. I'm very knowledgeable, but I don't like it when people don't like what I had to say, so they try to go, well, I guess that's why they call him crazy, because it's just the low hanging fruit. It's like you put no thought into that, like,
Right.
You didn't even try, quite frankly.
Michael here, channel member. Thank you for the comment. Hello, everyone on the stream and chat. I hope everyone is doing well. If not, may things get better for you. Great way to start the show. We also have in the green room Ronan, who is mobile. Did you see a movie tonight? Is that why you're mobile, or?
No, I gotta go to the grocery store and get some stuff very quick.
I thought you had like some secret, like super secret movie you were coming from or something like that. So.
Thursday, got my ticket for Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. That's right. Frankenstein. How did I forget about that?
That's a pet peeve of mine right now.
Yeah. Is it nowhere near you?
It's playing at one theater in Center City, Philly. Not exactly the easiest place to get to. You got to pay for parking. They made it as inconvenient as possible.
Yeah. So
Same here. I had to drive about an hour away from where I live to go see it, but fuck it, I'm watching it.
Yeah. We also have the chaos that is organized. Bob is here.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
There he is.
Yes, I am here.
Okay. But Crazy Joe, why do they call you Joe? That's the question from Eric.
Ooh, mystery.
Chris did bring up old Big Woke Joe, though. You can call me Big Woke Joe.
That's true.
I'll go with that one.
Yeah. So earlier today, I wasn't sure if we're going to be able to go live because AWS, which is the Amazon web servers that are being affected this weekend, was affecting StreamYard as well. So you couldn't like get into any of the saved stuff, like all of your graphics, any of your saved VODs, all of that was down for like a little while earlier today. So I'm guessing they were affected by that as well, because it's affecting everything. I went today, I got my beard trim and everything today. I normally pay with Venmo because I get a lot of tips on Venmo. And so I just saved that up to do like my haircut and everything. And I went today and Venmo wasn't working. So it was like, what is going on? Everything runs on Amazon? Is that true? What's up,
Most
Anthony?
of the internet.
How are you?
Most of the internet. Most.
God damn it, Jeff Bezos.
Good to see you, Anthony. Glad to have you here. So the first thing we're going to do today is kind of different. I don't normally do this on the Nerdcast, but someone sent this to me, and they were like, you normally react to stuff when you're bored. So since you're always bored, would you react to something on the Nerdcast? And I was like, not a whole video, but, tell me what it is. And they said it's from this person named Fischer, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with.
Not really. Who is it?
Well, he's a content creator,
Okay.
and he's pretty much a shit poster. He hates everything James Gunn, and like he talked about how was it that Peacemaker was morally wrong because of all the adult stuff in it, and that all this other stuff
on HBO. How could they?
Yeah. So anyway, the video that they sent me is titled, let me tell you what it's titled quickly here. Actually, I'll pull it up on screen. It is titled, Henry Cavill is Superman, more stuff happening behind the scenes. And so I looked around. I didn't watch it. They said, don't watch the video first. They're like, react to it on stream. I was like, okay, we'll do that. But I looked around trying to figure out what he was talking about, right? I'm like, what does he mean? Henry Cavill is Superman? Is this some Snyder cult stuff or whatever?
It really sounds like Snyder cult stuff.
But I couldn't find anything anywhere. This is the only video I saw with this on it. And I'm like, okay, so what could this be? So I've been very curious to what it is he's saying in this video?
I think I know what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, don't spoil it yet.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to watch the video. It's a 20-minute video. We're not watching the whole video. I don't like this guy enough to watch one of his whole videos. I'm not that bored.
By the way, he threatened to sue me.
Oh, really? Because of something on social media?
Yeah, because I pointed out on Twitter that he's transphobic.
Oh.
Because he did a video after the whole the recent unpleasantness last month. I know you don't like to talk about it. I won't get into it. But he went on his stream and said that most mass shootings are done by trans people.
Oh, okay.
I clipped the video and shared it and said, oh wow, Aaron Fisher's transphobic too. Who knew? And he told me I slandered him, and I was going to be hearing from his lawyer. And I'm like, it's not slander. You said it. Here's video.
I mean, he's literally slandering trans people. So,
so let's see in this video what he means by Henry Cavill is Superman. The person that sent this to me said I would be so excited when it gets to like the where this came from. So I'm very excited. It's not on Comic Book News or anything like that, so I don't know where it's from. So let's go.
All right, everybody, I am finally back with a brand new DC update, and I know I promised you guys one on the weekend, but I got busy with family, so I was not able to get into a video. But I did go see the Black Phone 2.
We missed a video,
and I will have a review up for that shortly.
All right.
And so that
I'll be waiting for that.
I wasn't able to get up a video. We went as a family to go see that film. And the day prior to that, I took my daughter to go see one of my daughters to see Tron Ares again.
Awesome.
She wanted to see it. And so I just did not have the time this weekend to do a video.
So he spent almost a minute, 40 seconds of this video explaining why he didn't make a video. That seems like a very big waste of time.
I'll be honest. I still haven't seen Tron Ares, despite liking the first two, because I can't stand
it's highly recommended from Joe. Joe highly recommends it, and I think Ronan also liked it.
I saw it for the third time this weekend.
It cost $100 million this past week, so it's over $100 million now. So it's better than it was.
I just can't stand Jared Leto.
I know.
I can't stand him either, but it's a really good movie.
No, but it looks good.
Yes, as you can tell by the title, Henry Cavill is Superman. And here it is about 5 days later, and they are still talking about that photo that Zack Snyder put out there. Like, it has triggered a lot of people. These people need to learn to read the room. What does it matter if people like myself share that video where that Zack Snyder did? How does that affect you? How does that affect the DCU? What it does is it makes them look scared. Okay?
What is he talking about? I don't even understand. What photo did he share?
Zack Snyder several days ago just shared a black and white photo of Henry Cavill as Superman, and he just wrote Henry Cavill as Superman.
And that's what what this video is? That's it?
Apparently.
I believe so.
All right. We'll give him a couple more minutes, but I don't care if people share, like, who is he talking about? What is he? I don't even know what this is referencing for him, like, personally. He's like, why can't we do X, Y, Z? You literally can. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Now, there have been two other things that have happened since that photo got released that really makes you start to think something is happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. And we're going to look at that in today's video. So let's get started. The first photo I have for you guys here has to do with the comic industry and what is going on with DC right now. And the talk of the town is this knockout series that they have going on right now called DCKO. Yeah. And they've got Scott Snyder, who is out there helping to promote.
I don't know how this connects to Henry Cavill. I'm curious to see what the
he's the writer, but yeah.
I'm curious to see like the way this is going to work. Like he's going to weasel this into like Henry Cavill being Superman again.
He is the brainchild behind this whole thing. And there's going to be a spin-off called Night Fight 1 and Night Fight number 2.
Almost like it's a comic book event.
It's part of the tie-in miniseries to this. And so you could see the different Batmans that are going to be in this.
Right.
And you definitely want to make sure you are reserving this at your comic shop. If you
wonderful. Can you come like are you not even on topic at all? Like, what the fuck?
This is a very popular event they have going on.
How do you get yourself off topic in your own video? How does that happen?
I mean...
All right.
Yeah.
And I believe it does go on through March. So if you haven't checked it out yet, you're going to want to check it out. Now, James Gunn did tease that Blue Beetle was going to be in Peacemaker.
What does this have to do with Henry Cavill being Superman? I'm still waiting to see, like, what? All right.
Somebody had asked him the question, we're going to see, we're hoping to see Blue Beetle soon, in Peacemaker. And James Gunn had made a comment like, you could be in luck, keep an eye out, something like that. And somebody flat out asked him, why did you lie about Blue Beetle being there? We missed Jamie Reyes. He said, I never said Blue Beetle was going to be there. I said people might be in luck who want to see Blue Beetle again. And this is what James Gunn does. It was clear in the post that he talked about this, that they were.
So basically, he's setting up. This is a setup. It's a really easy one, right? He's trying to set up James Gunn as being a liar. So whatever he tells you is going to be the truth, and that James Gunn is a liar. That's what the setup is here.
Specifically asking about Peacemaker.
I do this way too often. I know. I feel like that's what's coming next. Is like he's unreliable.
I mean, you're
James
right.
Gunn will sit there and say stuff to try to get people to watch the show.
Right.
So he's trying to blame it on people not understanding what he wrote, when in fact he was trying to make it seem like he was going to be in Peacemaker.
Okay.
This is the way James Gunn operates. You cannot believe what James Gunn tells you. So
I love the one example stuff.
I mean,
let's...
yeah, it's cherry picking. Without cherry picking, these guys won't have anything to run on.
I'm curious. So we're almost 4 minutes into the video, and we still,
God.
other than the black and white picture of Henry Cavill, I don't see how this is. All right, let's let him cook a little bit.
You have to watch what he says.
He's cooking
also,
a lot.
we have basically, this is from Nexus Point News. This is kind of a synopsis on the Mr. Miracle TV series. Then had to come in and chime in about the season finale and the lack of interest, or people get angry that things didn't happen. And somebody asked James Gunn, I was hoping for a big reveal in the finale, and since we didn't get it, I got to know. Is Flurry Martian Manhunter? Or even if he's not, is there more to him than what we saw this season?
I'm skipping. I'm trying to figure out where he gets back to Henry
But I don't get that
Cavill.
people don't think there aren't big reveals here, including Checkmate and Salvation. I wouldn't call those big reveals or worthy of a season finale. Now, this has also been talked about. Superman did.
All right.
There is no interest in James Gunn's DCU.
I want to point out before we get to it, because I think the next part is where he talks about it. I want to say this. Henry Cavill never brought in big numbers for DC.
No.
You know what I mean? He's not, it wasn't like he was gangbusters versus David Corenswet, right? I mean, you could say right now it's pretty close in terms of like financially where they ended up with their Superman movie. But Henry Cavill couldn't put asses in seats. I like Henry Cavill.
No,
but he wasn't putting asses in seats.
Despite not having good material to work with, I think he did the best job he could with the Superman that he could. But it's over now.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
Again, Superman didn't just end with Christopher Reeves or with Brandon Routh or Tyler Hoechlin. Like, that's the cool thing about these roles, is that they could be generational. The torch is going to be passed. But again, there's a lot of what's the word? Sense of entitlement, ownership, and it's just like it doesn't work like that. And he's a grown man. I would have thought that some adults would get that, but evidently not.
So, I want to just put this out there, and then we're going to watch, because I think the next segment, I saw the picture of Henry Cavill, so I'm guessing he's going to talk about Henry Cavill. If Snyder people wanted Henry Cavill back as Superman, then the first thing they could have done would be support Black Adam. Now, I know people are like, oh, it was only like a end credit scene or whatever. Yes, but it was also a litmus test for them to see if people were interested in that continued storyline of Black Adam versus Superman. Because that's what they kept talking about.
If that movie made bank, they would have greenlit that movie's Superman versus Black Adam so fast and got it out.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what he's got here.
Goes on to say, in comparison, Marvel's Captain America Brave New World started with 750 million minutes over 4 days, and Thunderbolts hit 702 million in 5, both of which made the Nielsen overall on movie charts. On a daily average, Superman still trails Captain America Brave New World, pulling 171 million minutes per day compared to 187 million. And since Superman debuted on a Friday, its weekend surge was likely followed by a sharper drop during the weekdays, meaning the average almost certainly declined after Nielsen's 3-day window, bringing it down closer to Thunderbolts.
Okay, none of this has anything to... This is probably the worst clickbait ever, because there's nothing here. There's nothing here. I'm looking through it and I'm not seeing anything else. Although I do see something funny. Hold on, let me back up a little bit here. Okay, I have to... we have to look at this. We're gonna move on after this because this, if it's comic book news and that's supposed to be the big shocker, it's not. Comic book news is an awful propaganda.
They're
site.
garbage.
I put something down below for you there.
Oh, okay, hold on. That's true. That is true. But I want to show here. I saw this. I can't. Please tell me he didn't fall for this. Hold on. Here we go.
Actually happening. Now, this is pretty freaking awesome, and I'm so...
Look at where this...
It's discussing fish, bro. Pay attention to names. Fuck.
That is a
Jesus.
Batman site that's devoted to the character Fish Moody from Gotham.
Discussing fish. Let me see what he says here, because if he believes this, like, wait a minute, hold on. The last one here was from discussing film. So he literally went from discussing film to discussing fish and never noticed that it was.
You didn't notice the
things.
blue
It could
check
be
marks?
another
on
revenue stream
disappearing?
for Netflix. And if people don't think that...
Hold on, I
you
gotta
know,
hear.
that wouldn't be a
Does he
good
know it's
idea,
not real, or is he
you
gonna
know,
start
could
saying
lead to,
something like, you know,
restore
oh,
the
fuck
Snyderverse
James
actually
Gunn
happening.
because that's why it's
Now,
happening.
this is
Here we
pretty
go.
freaking awesome, and I'm so glad to see Matt Reeves come out and talk about this, and I have a feeling this is really the real reason why this has been delayed. Matt Reeves says he prevented the Batman saga from being set in James Gunn's DCU to spite you specifically. I think that is hilarious.
God.
There were a lot of people that wanted this to happen,
I think it's hilarious.
and
he's reading this seriously.
he's held firm on this since the beginning, that he wants his Batman universe to be something completely separate from anything they're doing in the DCU.
Bro.
All right, guys, so...
And the worst part is it's linked to a video, which means he didn't even click the link because I'm pretty sure the link is something stupid, right? Might even be Rick Astley. I don't know. But this is why you, like, whenever I read a tweet, I click the link to see where it takes me to make sure that there's an actual article attached to it or something like that. Discussing fish.
If you're going to bring up something as a source, I don't know, maybe research it a little bit.
Oh my god. I like discussing. Well, we'll discuss fish. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm a deep sea person.
Red snapper, very tasty.
Yeah. All right, we got a few things to go over here. Vanessa Fontaine becoming a new channel member. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for the support. Good to see you again. We got a $5 super chat from Connor Dorian. Charlie Manx says, what did you think about episode 7 of Gen V season 2? Am I the only person on the panel watching the show? I'm just curious.
I'm watching it when it gets to
Not yet.
wrap up, but not yet. No.
Okay, all right. I won't spoil anything on it, but
Go for it. Go for it. I don't care.
I won't say what it is, but there's a big reveal that happens that everybody saw coming. And apparently the creator said that he's upset that the reveal didn't hit as hard. And I'm like, bro, we've been watching these types of shows for years. In episode 3, everybody knew what the reveal was.
Yeah.
We already knew. Like, we knew it was coming. It was a very, very, very sloppy reveal. But the show is still really good, and I like the episode better than last episode. But yeah, the reveal was so obvious.
There's been plenty of times where I can call it a reveal, like a mile away, but still enjoy it. Still be like, well, they still execute it well. I'm still engaged.
All right. We got a super chat from where's that? Naruto right here, $5 super chat. Did you see Netflix is launching amusement parks with experiences that take an hour?
Yep, happening right by my house, King of Prussia Mall, and here in
Are they
Pennsylvania.
refurbishing old ones or building something brand new?
No, it's in the mall. It's
okay.
like a walkthrough experience. I think there's going to be like VR experiences. They said there's
So it's
gonna
like
be
an activation.
Oh. I mean, I assume it's different than Universal Studios, but I imagine something similar like that. Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
I don't know yet, but there will be a video on Crazy Joe Adventures when it opens.
Oh, there we
Really?
go. Plug the channel. Plug it up.
Mm.
Give it a wetter or wetty, whatever the hell that thing was.
I'll give anyone a wedding list. Take a number and line up.
All right, so we're 2 out of 5 super chats already for the goal. Let me read what we got for our options. By the way, tonight, if anybody wants to stick around at the very end, we're going to take a look ahead at all the DC projects, and we're going to just give our opinions on them, our thoughts on them. That's the discussion because people voted on that one. So it's no list tonight. It's just a discussion about upcoming DC projects. However, tonight's choices for another upcoming stream are top 5 best Marvel castings for TV shows, movies, or cartoons. So actors in roles, whether it be voice acting, TV show, or movie, that could be like you're going to give your top 5 on that. The other one is top 5 worst cartoon films of all time. So that's one they could pick for another stream. Top 5 best PG movies. So films that are rated PG. It's a pretty big category.
Yeah.
And the last one is top 5 most fan service moments in film. So things in movies that were done specifically for fans that really doesn't have much to do with the movie at all, or very little to do with the movie at all. Right now, the one that's currently winning is best Marvel castings for TV shows, movies, and cartoons. So if you guys would like to vote on that, come to the Reloaded channel, vote. You can head back over to Debunks after that. If you're in the Reloaded channel, you can go ahead and vote right now. Let us know what you want to see. Darren was in the group and said he might be a little late, but he was planning on coming. So, Cody with the $5 super chat. It reminds me of James Gunn and how he probably felt when people figuring out the twist way too soon. Yeah, I feel like if you're a creative person and you work really hard on this twist and people figure it out early, you don't want to say yes because then it's like you're giving it away. But then you're like, I hope they're really surprised. How must it feel to be someone that works on like a multi-million-dollar franchise and people are like, the bad guy is this person in episode 2 of an 8-episode season. And you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
I really fucked up. So, yeah. Pretty sure it's annoying.
I remember in Luke Cage when they killed off... Well, never mind. Should I spoil it? All right, let's just say...
Go ahead. That's an old show, so...
Okay. So, Cottonmouth. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What's his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali. He was such a charming, good villain. And I remember they killed him off, and people were like, what the fuck? And... Even after, no shade to who was it, Alfred Woodard, or who was playing it, like no shit to her, but like people were like, man, there was something charming about him, and then it's never been really the same since since that villain like left the show. There's been other stuff that's fascinating, but not as charming neck to neck to Luke Cage's my culture's Luke Cage.
Mm.
I guess an argument can be made for that. I mean, Jessica Jones, I felt had a somewhat similar problem with David Tennant. Although, like, season 2 was all right, but like, yeah.
All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is Star Wars related. So I'm glad we got some.
Oh my god!
So this is coming from the AP, so it is real. It's not discussing fish. Adam Driver reveals he was developing a new Star Wars movie, The Hunt for Ben Solo, with Steven Soderbergh, and it says here it was set after Rise of Skywalker, and Lucasfilm loved the idea, but Disney said no, they didn't see how Ben Solo was alive. Thoughts on this?
Wait, is he alive? Wait, I'm like, I was kind of intrigued about a story about him, but like after he's dead, because I was like, oh, I wonder how they do that. I mean, I'm not against it. I like Steven Soderbergh, so.
What do we think about Adam? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Ronan. Go ahead.
It's weird, man. This is a weird one because I think he was one of the best parts of that trilogy. Regardless of how you feel about the trilogy, one of the best parts. Yeah. Fascinating character, and yet the story concluded. And my fear with this stuff is that, okay, cool concept. That's Adam Driver and Steven Soderbergh in Star Wars. I'm in, but like, it just feels odd that like we're really, flooding down the aspect of death and how much value that has in this universe. There's a couple characters, well-beloved characters that have stayed dead, which it's sad that they died, but it's good. It has weight to when they left, the shows or the movies or et cetera, et cetera. But like this movie, it's fascinating how much people that I like and respect their opinions on social media were like, oh my gosh, no, but we lost on, and it's just like, but wait a minute, The Rise of Skywalker, that's a whole nother topic, that title. We're supposed to bookend the Skywalker saga, the soap opera, the novella. That's it. That was supposed to end stuff and move stuff forward. And this new attitude, or not even attitude, but just like vibe is just like, no, we want it back. And it's just like, is it that, or is it just like the Raylo stuff, the Reddit stuff, which I get? Listen, kudos to that part of the fan base, but like, That's not. If we like again, if this franchise is sticking to its guns, if it really wants to be beyond Skywalker stuff, you got to rip up the Band-Aid. And again, would I have seen it? Sure, but something that I'm missing or I need right now? No.
I mean, one of the things I think is interesting is I do think Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver did have solid chemistry, and I think Rise of Skywalker really fucking. I'm just so pissed off at that movie because I think their chemistry worked as long as they're like on opposite sides. Actually getting them together for however short a period was just kind of frustrating and dumb and felt fan servicey. But yeah, this idea of bringing him back.
Well,
I'm kind of feeling like I don't know enough to really judge it, but
I
guess I'm agreeing with Disney.
There's a little bit more here. It goes, I was always very interested in doing another Star Wars. I've been talking about doing one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy reached out and said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character. I love playing him. Driver says he took a concept to Soderbergh for a film that would take place after 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. The movie culminated in Ren's redemption and apparent death. Driver had undertaken the trilogy. Stupid pop-ups. Driver taking the trilogy with an arc in mind for Ren that inverted the journey of Darth Vader. As the trilogy evolved, it didn't play out that way. Driver felt that unfinished business with Kylo Ren, or as he was known before taking the dark side, Ben Solo. Soderbergh and Rebecca Blunt outlined a story that the group had pitched to Kennedy, Lucasfilm Vice President Carrie Beck, and Lucasfilm Creative Director Dave Filoni. They were interested, so the filmmakers then pulled the Scott Z. Burns to write a script. There was actual script. Driver calls it a result of one of the coolest fucking scripts I'd ever been a part of. We presented it to Lucasfilms. They loved the idea. He says that they understood our angle, and while we were doing it, we took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. It was called The Hunt for Ben Solo. It was really cool, but it's no more, so I can finally talk about it. Soderbergh in a statement said, I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry for the fans that won't get it. And representatives for Disney and Lucasfilm declined to comment. Any additional thoughts on it now that we know a little bit more?
I always thought that Adam was always like, he liked the character, but he was almost ready to be done with the trilogy. At least that's the vibe I always got. It's like, hey, I did Star Wars. My career is more than Star Wars. Let's move forward, fans. So it's fascinating hearing his thoughts like this now. Very fascinating.
It sounds like a terrible idea, but like if we have like people like who have like a really like unique and creative idea on how to sell this, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to see it now.
Yeah,
like
it reminds me of the Batgirl
like,
thing where they axed Batgirl, but that was a completely done like finished film. So
that was frustrating too. I was excited to see Brendan Fraser as the villain.
I don't know, man. Like maybe this was a hell of a script and it would have won me over, but I'm not into this. I'm not sorry we're not going to see this
either, but
I mean I'm super excited for the Rey movie. Like I keep saying, the Rey movie is my most anticipated Star Wars movie because I want them to move forward. No more prequels, no more midquels. Let's move forward. So I'm really excited about the Rey movie, but he's dead. Like I don't know. Like what do you got?
I will. For me, I would say
that's
I agree.
That's the interesting part. Like
I was just gonna say, I would add the caveat of I'm okay for prequel as long as we're exploring some time that like we just don't know anything about. Kind of, I want them to do Star Wars, but like do a wide open field. Let's step away from Skywalker stuff, please.
Anybody else have anything?
Oh, just saying like Mando Grogu makes more sense, even though I have my thoughts on that title, but that makes more sense because all right, cool show. Why not? Let's try it in the movie theater and see what happens. Yeah. That makes more sense than going back to the well of like we said we were done with Skywalkers, but apparently not.
Let's see. We had where's this at? I had a story somebody shared in Discord. Let me find it. So professional.
Boys, I'm going to head out for mobile. I'll be back in a bit, okay?
Okay, cool. See you in a bit.
All right.
Hold on, where is it at? Let me scroll up. I hear my cat scratching at the door. She wants to come in, but we're not going to do that right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Let me mark something on my StreamYard. And we're going to talk about the set photos from Spider-Man Brand New Day because someone shared this.
Ooh.
And where's it at? Right here. So we have Sadie Sink on the set. We see Tom Holland over here.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a picture of her here. And according to, because I looked into it a little bit, but according to Discord, and I think Lone Wolf was the one that talked about this. Lone Wolf, if you're in the chat, shout out to Lone Wolf. But he believes this is going to be the character Lady Punisher, and I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. But guys in the chat can let me know. I think Serenity might know more about this character than I do. I am not familiar with Lady Punisher at all.
I'm not
but
at all.
Apparently, she's a former U.S. Marine who becomes a vigilante and an ally of the Punisher. They call her Lady Punisher. She takes on the mantle of Punisher after Frank Castle's apparent death in the comics. So I don't know a ton about this character. But a lot of people are saying that Sadie Sink was going to be like MJ or going to be, Jean Grey or whatever. I was like, no,
I've heard the MJ stuff, and I just want to ask people, like, do you really think they're going to have an MJ Watson and our character named Mary Jane Watson?
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be a
already
little
said
ridiculous.
Zendaya is MJ, essentially.
Joe, I thought you were going to say something.
But yeah, I was hoping she was going to be Firestar. Like
yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, I do remember you saying that.
I did hear a rumor though, Bob, that her MJ was going to be the other MJ's sister. Like they were going to be like Michelle Jones and Mary Jane, but they were, because I think the last one they revealed that Michelle Jones's last name was actually Watson, so she was going to be like her estranged sister. But that was all rumor, I was just someone online spouting out crap.
I mean, to me, it just sounds like throwing bait to the chuds who are upset that Zendaya is MJ.
Yeah. So Sean here, channel member, goes, we are just getting Punisher in the MCU and they're introducing another that feels like a mistake. We're not just getting Punisher. Punisher has been around since like 2017, 2018. When did the show come out? I think it was like 2017.
Something like that. Plus, to my understanding, we're still getting that Punisher one shot sometime on.
Yeah, that's coming out next year.
Yeah.
But I think you mean like if you're talking about in the movies, yes, this is the first time that this Punisher has been in a like proper film. But I don't think that this character is replacing Punisher. I think they're just introducing this character as a sidekick for Punisher.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about John Bernthal wanting to retire.
John Bernthal has a massive love for being in these comic book things. It would be a big mistake to get rid of him, especially when people really love him as Punisher.
And he seems like an awesome dude. So
yeah, so I think that would be a mistake. But I don't think they're getting rid of Punisher per se. 2016 is when 2017 was the show. I was right. So, but 2016 in Daredevil. So there's that. We have Jake in the house.
So,
hello, Jake. We're just looking at the set photo with Sadie Sink from
nice.
Brand New Day.
And of course, I came in wearing a Spider-Man shirt. So there's that.
See, there's a premonition there. Apparently, she's going to be playing. The theory is based on the camo and her character's hair color and stuff. She's going to be playing Lady Punisher.
Is anyone worried that this new Spider-Man movie is just throwing in everything and the Sadie Sink?
No.
There we go. I don't know if a Spider-Man movie could be more fan service than No Way Home. I feel like No Way Home.
I was about to say all the stuff. No Way Home. This one doesn't have nearly that much.
And to be fair, all the set photos that I've seen have been based on this one little fight in the city. So I don't really know what else they're going to be doing, to be honest.
Fair.
Not people.
The whole movie's one
people
fight.
laughing at Joe's really bad dad joke. Like,
it's
pretty crazy.
Oh, someone's asking me to show it. Okay.
Show what? What are we showing?
Someone's asking me to show the shirt.
It needs new batteries, but I do have a button that generates them.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I had to wear my colors proudly.
What do you think of this though? Hold on, where's it at? Of this, Jake, any thoughts on it?
I mean, people have been running rampant over the internet speculating, oh, is Sadie Sink playing this character? Is she playing this character? Just wait for the movie and see.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else we got? We got a bunch
Or
of
if they
random
decide to
things.
reveal it in a trailer.
All right, so someone sent me this on Discord. Let me go ahead and.
Well, I
make
wonder
another
if she'll
tab
be
there.
Madam Web.
Oh, the web connects them all.
Yes.
All right. I saw this.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What?
Should James Gunn go to prison? I mean, yeah, sure. But why not?
I like this. Was the abject failure of Superman
yeah.
only grossed 615 million?
Yeah. When adjusted for this is the idiocy of this. If you adjust the sales for inflation, you have to adjust the budget for inflation, which means they never do that though. They're always like, "Oh, the movies cost the same to make, but the other one made more because of inflation." No, dumbass, you have to adjust all of it for inflation. Grand larceny is when a person steals over $1,000 or the equivalent value. One could argue that James Gunn stole over $100 million from Zack Snyder, easily qualifying for grand larceny, a felony that carries a maximum sentence of 24 years in prison. That's pretty serious.
Do I need to add
I
whiskey
feel
to the
so
set
much
of drinks that
stupider
I have
for
at my desk
her.
right now? Right now, I have coffee and water in front of me. Do I need to add whiskey to this?
This sounds very serious.
Gee.
With every
Oh
single
my
one of
God.
with every single one of my inside sources saying that Paramount will definitely buy Warner Brothers. A change
They're
in
not for
leadership
sale!
is all but guaranteed.
They're not for sale.
Those same sources are telling me that not only will James Gunn be fired, but it is likely that he will even be physically assaulted by Paramount executives for ruining the DC universe. With it being pretty much certain that James Gunn will be fired and never work in the film industry again, the question becomes, should he also be shamed, ostracized, and sentenced to prison? What do you think?
This is a bit.
That's
so
what I thought.
I obviously need to get high for this one because otherwise I'm just like, what
I
the
think
fuck are they even
that
talking
look,
about?
I think they gave it away with the physical assault comment. If they left that out, it might have been like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with them. But the
we
physical
stop-
assault thing, so
Can we stop running with this false narrative that Warner Brothers is going to be bought? They're not for sale. This is their first great year they've had in a minute. Because Paramount's just walking up and saying, hey, we'll buy for this. We'll buy for this.
it's like somebody coming
Warner
to your house
Brothers-
offering you money for your house. It's like, no.
Right. It's like they're not selling. And even if they were, they would not sell to Paramount. Oy. This just gets on my
I
nerves.
mean-
People keep running with this.
I mean, for me, I'm like, adjusted for inflation, grand larceny because it made 100 million less, adjusted for inflation. Like, where's even the logic for this? Like, what the fuck? One movie made less than another, so therefore, larceny?
Yeah, but neither one of them made $1 billion. So like,
so they're
like-
both flopped.
right? Yeah, they have to do $1 billion, so it doesn't matter. They're both flop arenas, so you have to worry about it. All right, let's talk about. Like I said, there's a bunch of short stories today. Let's go to the next one here. So let me mark this. I saw this, and Mark Ruffalo says he'd love to make a solo Hulk movie. I mean, I don't know if the whole story of that, but it's not really owned by Marvel. It's a Universal property for distribution.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll ever really come to be. Honestly, we keep talking about it. What would it be? So we've been saying this for a while that Universal just doesn't want to play ball like Sony does, because Sony worked out a deal with Marvel, and it's been extremely beneficial for both parties to work that out. I'm not sure why there's a holdout on the Hulk character.
Yeah,
Well,
that's Universal just sits on this, and the only profit they're able to get off of it is when they have the Hulk in these team-up movies.
Well, the issue is that Sony owns the film rights to Spider-Man outright. That they can do whatever they want with Spider-Man. They own the film rights to Spider-Man outright.
In film.
In film. Universal owns the distribution rights, which means they cannot make. Universal can't make a Hulk movie. It still needs to be made by Marvel Studios, but as soon as Marvel Studios makes one, Universal gets the first right of refusal on distribution, in which case Disney then doesn't get to distribute the film. So Disney's like, well, why would we do that? Why would we make a movie that's going to go to a competitor? We'll just team them up with other people.
Yeah, but I feel like Universal would make more money just selling the distribution rights back
Right.
to Marvel.
Yeah, they
Right.
would.
That would be worth more in the long run.
Because they're not making anything off of it right now.
No,
So,
they've been sitting on it for
there was
over a decade.
Yeah, there was a theory that because of the last actual Hulk movie being over a decade ago, well, actually, somebody said it was 15 years. I don't know if that's true or not,
It's
but I
almost
saw
20 years.
someone said that after the 15-year mark, without making a movie, usually the distribution rights revert back to the copyright owner. But
every contract's different.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a blanket rule.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about this and I'm like, well, this is probably why Hulk has been so wonky for a while. Because if you're going to put Hulk in a movie, you have to balance out the big smashy smash Hulk stuff with Mark Ruffalo being there because you're paying him to come in and play this character.
Right.
So I don't know if the Smart Hulk thing was more of a, it's like we need to use both characters at the same time because we're paying him a bunch of money, and Hulk just kind of goes Hulk smash a lot. If maybe that was the reason why.
Said it before, I'll say it again. Best Hulk movie was 2003.
Is that a hot take?
I will stand on that hill firmly.
I think an argument can be made it's the most ambitious Hulk movie. They were trying for something.
I mean, it was the only one where you really saw a psychological take on the Hulk.
Yeah.
I know people hate the comic panels. I don't hate the comic panels.
Well, I would say my issue with that movie is more about the
effects.
The effects haven't aged well.
The effects, and I think the father as the villain really plays wonky in that one. I'm not really kind of confused what Nick Nolte's doing in that movie.
Yeah,
fair enough.
But yeah, I think the issue is that Universal is hoping that eventually, I guess, Marvel can't do Hulk anymore, and they'll just be able to make Hulk movies or something.
They still won't.
No, because they only have distribution rights. That's the problem. Right. So I don't understand what the issue is.
Yeah, I don't know why Universal doesn't say, hey, we wouldn't mind making money off Hulk movies, so let's work out a deal. And, you guys make the movie and we'll take like a small percentage because it will still be a net positive for them. I mean,
just the pitch of Marvel having a Godzilla-esque type of movie monster franchise. And just that blanket statement on its own, I know Hulk's a way more complex character than that.
I mean,
but that's how you explain it to the uninitiated there, like the common audience who doesn't really know the characters. Just think, Marvel Godzilla mix. They, your common audience will watch big CGI monster go roar. That's how it works. They'll do that.
I mean, I know lots of people want a Planet Hulk movie, and you got like elements of it in Thor Ragnarok, but that's still not Planet Hulk.
No. The best Planet Hulk adaptation is that animated movie. It was really good.
All right, let's move on from that. We have another story here, or quote, I should say, from James Gunn.
Oh, boy.
And this one I found quite interesting. So it says, James Gunn is directing more DCU movies after Man of Tomorrow. That's the plan right now, at least. I may get so fucking tired that I can't do it because I'm pretty tired, but we'll see. There's a plan that I'm going to do a couple more at least. And a lot of people were obviously upset about this because they want to see a different, I guess, voice from DC than James Gunn.
I mean, it makes sense that he's kind of introducing it. And then, I mean, we have Clayface and Supergirl next year that aren't by him.
Right. And the Lantern show isn't by him either.
Lantern show isn't, and he's also not doing Commando season 2. And
Machietti's going to be doing Brave and the Bold when they get to that. So
yeah, for now.
That's interesting. Okay.
My theory is that James Gunn wants to do more than DC stuff. That's my theory, is that he probably doesn't want to be only directing and writing DC properties.
No, I've wondered about that because he's been kind of pigeonholed in the superhero stuff, and he's been doing a great job, in my opinion. Probably Peacemaker season 2 is probably my least favorite thing he's done so far, but like even that, it's all right. But it wouldn't surprise me if he wants to just do more, just other stuff, something like Slither or something again. I mean,
that's when this whole thing happened. That was what I said. I'm like, so how much of this deal allows him to do what he wants to do?
Yeah.
That's why I always said it was a terrible idea when people say, oh, Jon Favreau should be in charge of Star Wars. I'm like, no, he's not a studio head. He's a creative. Yeah. Eventually he's going to want to make movies. Like he's going to want to scratch that itch.
I mean, that's kind of why Peter Safran's working as the head of DC too. He's more the Kevin Feige than than James Gunn, who still has a voice in that opinion. But yeah,
I mean, if Kevin Feige was moonlighting as a filmmaker at the same time while running Marvel, it would not have been as successful as it has been. That's one of the reasons why I think Gunn might crumble under his own weight a little bit.
Because you think he's going to get burned out?
I think he might just be taking too much on.
Yeah.
I think Gunn is basically a figurehead. I think Safran's running the show. Gunn is the public mouthpiece, and he's making movies.
Yeah, but him being the public mouthpiece is also a detriment because every other one of his statements contradicts the last.
I don't agree with that.
So, I mean, you can agree and not agree. He's got statements in black and white.
Yeah, but I don't believe any of them have contradicted each other. I know people say that, but I don't believe it.
Are we talking about the stuff like Blue Beetle and everything? The stuff where he's promised things and they haven't come through, I guess? Is that what we're talking about? Or what? Anything specific? Jake, any comments you want to bring up specifically?
I mean, that's just one of many. But then, the whole deal of the whole Man of Tomorrow thing where it's not exactly, Superman 2. It's not exactly a Superman sequel. It's like, whichever one it is, just stick to that statement. Don't leave a dangling thread out there and be like, is it this? Like, if you're gonna say it's something, just say what it is. Don't say a bunch of things that it might be.
I would say, I think for me it's more like I feel like there's been times when he said stuff publicly that he probably just shouldn't have said. Like if you have a choice of 3 villains for a movie and everybody's like, oh, is it going to be Brainiac, is it going to be Darkseid, is it going to be Orion, whatever, whoever you want to call it, for the movie. And he's like, it's not Orion or it's not Darkseid, then that kind of narrows it down to someone else. And I'm like, by telling people it's not something else, you're sort of confirming that it could be another thing.
Right. Because I mean, before any of the projects came out, somebody made this post saying, hey, is there a chance of us seeing, like any of these 8 characters in the DCU? And he's like, does 4 out of 8 sound good? And then slowly started dropping hints as to who the 4 out of the 8 were.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Let's see here.
I'd love to see him do the Metal Men. I think he'd really do well with Metal
That would be a fun movie, actually. Did they ever do it? Was there a cartoon about that? Or no?
I don't think so. Maybe like one of those short. Remember Cartoon Network used to do those like DC Nation shorts? They may have done Metal Men in there.
No, I think the only one that got done, and I don't even think this was Cartoon Network, but they did Zeta Project way back when. But I don't think they ever did Metal Men.
Let's see here.
I know they did Vibe. That was a good one.
Oh, Vibe. Makes me think of Arrowverse.
Oh, Cisco, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was kind of funny. It's coming from Daniel RPK, so you never know if it's true or not. But apparently a new Maze Runner movie is reportedly in development. Original story in the same universe with new leads.
Talk about one of those young adult franchises that was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I guess like good enough. But like, I also don't get the excitement about it.
Ronan has returned.
What's
up, Ronan?
What I missed?
Are you excited about a new Maze Runner franchise if we're going to get one?
I'm good. I'm past.
Did
anybody see all the movies? I saw all these movies. I watched every single
all.
one of them.
I saw them. I mean, it's been a while, but yeah.
I saw one and I'm like, I'm good.
Joe didn't
I saw
see
one
any
and
of
I thought
them.
was all right. So I think I ended up watching the rest of them. And yeah, they're all right.
Someone's falling off.
I don't even know. Like, I don't remember how they ended. Like, I don't remember how the last movie ended, to be honest.
I would guess with credits.
I think they ran through a maze.
Oh, yes. How can I forget the credits?
I think they found the cheese.
Oh, I saw this. Okay, so we have to talk about this right here. Hold on, I'm going to bookmark this one because we got to talk about this. So I saw a lot of the negative channels talking about this quote and trying to like make it something it's not. But we have George Lucas here going, Disney took it over about like he moved past Star Wars, and he goes, Disney took it over and they gave it their vision. That's what happens. Of course, I've moved past it. I mean, I've got a life. I think this is such a funny statement.
I mean, I think he moved past Star Wars well before Disney bought it. Well,
yeah, after he moved past Star Wars, he made the masterpiece that is Howard the Duck.
Can I tell you why this is so funny to me? If you read this and you really think about it, he's sort of trashing the Chuds. Because he's like, I've moved past it. I mean, I've got a life.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a bit of both. I think he's doing both. He's listen, I'm not happy with all of what Disney has done, but also like to those who like only George Lucas Star Wars. It's like, guys, you guys didn't pay attention to my movies. I'm done.
Well,
I'm making a museum. Leave me alone.
He's not holding on to it like it's the one thing that's keeping the universe together either.
I mean, before Disney Star Wars, these guys were bashing the prequels mercilessly. So it's
absolutely.
I've always maintained that Disney has made more good quality Star Wars than Lucas ever did. I think they saved Star Wars from its own creator.
There's an argument that can be made there. I mean, the prequels are, I don't know, Revenge of the Sith's all right, but
here's the thing. They're part of my childhood, so I grew up with them. But the thing is that I'll give George Lucas that he didn't repeat himself with the stuff he was doing with the original trilogy and prequel. I'm like, I'll give him that. Like, there wasn't that, and
they felt different.
And he did create the Clone Wars anime series, and he did push for getting Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, and he was working on a live action series. So like he was doing there, but again, and especially those first few years of the trilogy, how again I agree in a sense. I agree with Joe. Like I think they've done more good than bad in my opinion. There's only like I think I can name off the projects that I'm like, as a whole, I don't rock with these. But and then there's other projects that, like, as a whole, I fucking rock with these projects. To me, what I would have loved besides this, because I again, for anybody who realize that I'm pumped to go to the Lucas Museum. I'm really to go see it. And again, I don't want to ask him about Star Wars, but I'd be like, hey man, this is not really your print on it, but it is very much inspired by your work in different lenses. But like, did you dig Andor? And if he would say like yes, I'd be like, oh, he just made my day, because there's a whole army out there going, what the fuck? And this would be the ultimate, like, you weren't paying attention in history class.
It would have been funny if he would have said, bring back the Acolyte. That would have been hilarious.
You see, I will have been like, George, when you gonna finally come back and do THX 1139
again?
Oh God.
I just think it's funny because his entire take on this is, I don't want to think about it. I'm doing other stuff. Like, it really does feel to me like, because I know the Chud channels were like, oh, he's attacking Disney. He's talking shit about him. Well, he's also kind of talking shit about you guys too.
Yeah,
because
both sides.
They never get that.
They've been talking about, like, wouldn't it be great if George Lucas came back or something like that? And it's like, why? Like, you guys panned it when it was prequels. Come on.
You guys were trashing him when he was here.
During the sale, I remember when he was announcing, like, I remember being in school, seeing that video of like him and Kathy Kenning with that reporter, and Kathy saying, we are gonna make more Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And
You're
him saying, like,
so old.
And I know, but you look at it, and what he's saying, he's like, these movies this trilogy almost takes like what, 10 to 15 years to make.
Yeah.
I'm in my at that time, I think he was either in his 50s or 60s. He's like, I don't want to be doing this into my 70s. And eventually it was inevitable that he was going to pass the torch to others to, like, yo, give your own ideas into Star Wars. Now, do I think that the way Disney handled it initially, and could I feel the turbulence? Yeah, I felt the turbulence. But luckily, stuff like The Mandalorian, Rebels, Andor, Skeleton Crew, there's stuff I like in Acolyte, but like the fact that some of that stuff did brew out, it shows that, like, it can live past it. And
shout out to Skeleton Crew, like that one. That's another one where
I had a blast with that.
That was
one.
kind of a sleeper, but that was a solid show. Yeah,
even some of the games too: Survivor, Fallen Order, Battlefront. List goes
on.
on.
Look at how many fans have come from the gaming side, and I tell people sometimes when they look at this stuff, I'm like, listen, I like when he visits sets, I get a kick out of it because I'm like, oh, okay, he's just checking on everybody, but like even me, who I would love to meet him one day and thank him, I don't want to be like him in his 80s and 90s, be like, Uncle George, get up, we gotta go now. Like, no, there's an ethical part of it that like you have to learn from this, right? Like, whether you like it or not, inevitably someone else will start making Star Wars besides George Lucas, and I think that was the whole point.
Right.
I don't know.
These fandoms and creations live beyond the people who make them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, if that was the case, I hate to be morbid here, but if that was the case where like these fandoms were limited to the people that made them, then Marvel would have went out with Stan Lee.
And again, I look at even with the music. You know, I love John Williams. He's the GOAT, favorite of all time. But like, I'm glad that like, and it doesn't necessarily they forced him to pass the torch, but like, I'm glad that Ludwig Göransson gave his Star Wars flavor with The Mandalorian. I like that the composers behind Andor gave out their flavors, and it's just like a universe this rich shouldn't be beholden to just one ownership and one leadership. It has to be passed the torch and whatnot.
I don't remember who did the score for Rogue One, but that was a great score too.
And the tracks that they had for those, the tracks that they
Yeah.
had for those projects too, like your Mandalorian, your Skeleton Crew, your Andor, they felt unique and distinct to those parts of the world. And that's the whole thing with Star Wars, is that, you know, a galaxy far, far away, the world is enormous. It's huge. And if you want to have different soundtracks to, you know, differentiate different parts of your world that you're making, then that makes it feel all the more lived in and all the more unique. And, you know, it's all of it is still connected, but there's not a sameness where you're like, okay, well, you know, this is familiar, this is here. No, each part of it is distinct.
I would argue a lot of these franchises get better when their creator walks away. Perfect example. I was going to say Star Trek. Perfect example is Star Trek. Star Trek was never better than when Roddenberry left. Everybody's favorite Star Trek movie, Wrath of Khan. Roddenberry hated it.
Well, that was after he was kicked out. And listen, I do think the motion picture is a little bit underrated, although it is a little dry. That being said, Wrath of Khan is so much better. So much.
You didn't like V'ger?
Look at I think to me, one of the ultimate examples is X-Men. Forever it will be said Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created the X-Men, but Chris Claremont is the godfather of the X-Men. And when I think of the X-Men, I think
Dave Cockrum's redesign was great, and then what John Byrne did with it.
Jim Lee's designs in the 90s, his whole run.
And then look at X-Men 97 now. I look at that stuff now and look how much generational this stuff is. Like, to me, that's the perfect example of like, look how different generations created their own villains, different takes, whatnot. You know, Jake knows how much I love Astonishing X-Men. It's like, okay, here's a Cure arc, or, you know, there's a Sebastian in the 90s. So it's like, it's not supposed to be fully like Marvel, but that's sort of the dream scenario with franchises like these. You got to pass the torch.
A number of writers for those series, whether you're talking about like your Spider-Man cartoons, your X-Men cartoons, your Batman cartoons, whatever, a number of them went on to write for those respective comic publications. So that tells you how much of an impact this stuff has.
Yeah, like people, you know, Joe brought up Star Trek. As someone who I consider myself a Star Trek fan. I don't know if you can call me a Trekkie, even though it'd be cool, but like, I've seen the documentary of the TNG, like how that came up to be, which I tell people go watch. It's a fascinating documentary, but like, and they said it. If Star Trek just ended with that original series, it wouldn't be what it is today.
And the first two seasons of Next Generation, when Roddenberry was the showrunner, those are the worst seasons.
Yeah.
And he steps away in season 3, and suddenly it gets great.
In defense, season 2 is not as bad as people give it crap for. There's some
measure
crap,
of a man,
but but yeah, there's some great stuff in season 2. Season 2 is rough, or season 1 is rough.
I'll throw another one at you. We were talking about Booster Gold the other day on a little movie perp stream. Booster Gold's my favorite superhero, created by Dan Jurgens.
I love Dan Jurgens' art. Yeah.
That character did not really take off until Keith Giffen got his hands on it. When Keith Giffen brought Booster Gold into the Justice League and Justice League International, that's when that character took off.
Harley Quinn. Bruce Timm and Paul Dini created Harley Quinn, and it's very much...
Control yourself, Eric. Control yourself.
What's going on there?
I have no idea what happened.
I know what's going on. I'm telling Eric to control himself.
Oh.
I know what Joe's wearing.
What was I saying?
What did I missed something?
Wait,
You didn't see the comment here?
I mean,
Yeah, Razor.
wait, oh yeah, it does say Joe.
Man, first Weddies, now this. What now?
Hey,
He's wearing pajamas.
keep on wearing those
God.
pajamas.
There you go.
I got the Golden Girls on again. Yeah.
I got my Superman PJs on, which is funny. I got Iron
Giving
Man.
Dorothy
and
a
Superman. I'm
wedding.
all over
Jake
it.
covered his eyes. He was afraid. He was like, wait, what are we getting ready to see?
Oh, Ronan, I didn't see that. I didn't show you this.
Show me what?
Look.
Oh,
Oh, he got scared for a second. He's like, "What? What are we doing?"
Yeah. So anyway, so, what were you gonna say, Bob?
What was
I
that?
don't even know what
I
I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say something.
You were saying something, and then I just started laughing.
Guys,
Everybody
like
would
and
know what I was
subscribe to
laughing at.
Organized
So.
Chaos, Organized
yeah.
Chaos Podcast, Bobby
Go
Quarters,
for
and
it.
of course AirrickDebunks.
Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Paul Dini proves him invented the character. Then you see what her take's been throughout the years, and like that's the beauty of that character is like the fourth wall breaking. You have Amanda Connor's takes. You have the animated series take. You have what Margot Robbie's done in bringing the character to life. Like,
Dude,
that's cool about this stuff now.
Yeah.
Batman,
we're
fuck,
seeing much more with Poison Ivy.
And you got,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
and you got, characters or creators like, Marty Eisberg and David Weiss, who did like the X-Men Evolution cartoon. They created the X-23 character. That character went on to have a big stamp in live action, animation, comics, games, the like. So that tells you that like these things, I feel like I've made this point numerous times already, but they live past what they start out as, because people who are stuck in that mindset of no, it's this thing that it starts as and only this thing, I'm sorry, that's not a way to look at it.
I feel like many of us have probably made this point many times.
Yeah, and unfortunately it'll never be made enough times.
Yes.
All right, so we had a super chat here from Lone Wolf here, and this is actually one of my topics. Had it up as the title. We're talking about Fantastic
Speak
Four.
of the devil.
$5 super chat. Any
Hey-o.
chance we could talk about Tom Ellis had auditioned for Reed Richards and how that role would have turned out for him? For us, if he got it instead of Pedro. So this is what I saw earlier.
Yeah.
All right, thoughts on this, everybody?
I like Tom Ellis as Lucifer. I think he does a great job. I think Pedro did a great job as well. So I'm happy with Pedro.
I mean,
Echo those
I'm
sentiments.
not. Yeah, I'm not on the ball of like Pedro's at everything. I'm like the guy's talented, has range. Let him be. Cool. Tom Ellis, from what I've seen of Lucifer and other stuff, I'm like, seems like a cool dude, but like,
I just had to Google Tom Ellis because I wasn't sure who he was. But I love Pedro.
I'll put it this way. I don't think any of the issues with the movie were with the casting of the characters. So like for me, changing Pedro to Tom wouldn't have changed my thoughts on the movie as the movie. I might have actually disliked Reed. I don't know, because we didn't see what Tom did in the film. I don't think anything anyone did in the movie would have affected the movie in a way that would have been made better by putting one person different in the film.
No, one of the things I would commend about the movie is the cast. I think they maybe could have given Thing a bit more to do, but the cast is overall good. Yeah.
That's a deep cut right there.
hey,
Deep
Oh,
cut.
Canada Graphs, yeah.
I do believe there is a rule, a hard rule in Hollywood right now that Pedro Pascal has to be in every live action movie and Awkwafina has to be in every animated movie.
I saw this thing where it was somebody talking about the Harry Potter series, and someone said, we're not going to announce who Voldemort's cast is just to go along with the mystique of the character. And someone commented, they said, I'm going to go out on a limb and just guess that it's Pedro Pascal. It's like, it would be on track for them.
And Awkwafina is the voice of Dobby.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to run down my personal problems with Fantastic Four, none of them had to do with the casting of anybody. I think
Stellar cast.
Yeah.
I wish some of the characters had more to do. In the
that's the one thing I've heard most.
Like the Thing, like Ben
The Thing is
Grimm,
the
I
biggest
think he
one.
could have
I
been
think-
given more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for
Because
the most part the characters are decent, but the Thing, like I love the Thing in the movie, but like I would have liked to give him more.
Because the other three felt like they had kind of complete arcs in the movie, whereas he did not.
He kind of had an arc, but yeah, it was much weaker.
Like, or it was going somewhere, but it feels like they cut off the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Like he had that relationship that was starting with Natasha Lyonne. And I thought they had good chemistry. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that. But
yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when a lot of your stuff hits the cutting room floor and you have to meet a time frame.
Yeah. Overall, I still like the movie quite a bit, though.
Yeah. It was my second favorite of the year.
It was third favorite superhero movie, but still a solid company.
Yeah, I mean, I think I liked it better. I think on my list we did like a top 4 list, and I think I put it number 3 on my top 4.
Of what?
Of superhero movies from this year.
Of this year.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It was
number 1 for me was Thunderbolts. That's still my favorite
Same.
superhero movie of the year.
For me, it's Superman, but then Thunderbolts is a close.
Superman was my second one. This was my third one, and Captain America was my fourth one.
Yeah,
honestly,
Captain America was fine.
That's how I feel about both Superman and Captain America, honestly.
I'd go Superman, Thunderbolts,
awesome.
Captain America, then Fantastic.
Someone else had a similar list to yours. I can't remember who it was, but someone else had a similar list. We did it when I think we had like 10 people on that night. It was a lot of people.
10.
Like, yeah, we had a lot.
Apparently, I missed it.
Lone Wolf, the $2 super chat, says that I think Tom will make a great Bruce Wayne, though.
I could see that.
I mean, he's a good actor. I won't mind giving it to somebody who hasn't really had a shot at something.
He has the suave nature of Bruce Wayne for sure.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it would be another British Batman.
That's true. I didn't think about that. They wait, how many have we had British and how many have we had American?
2 British.
2 British, Bale and Pattinson.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Any of them been Canadian? I don't know if any of them have been Canadian, have they?
I'm Batman, eh?
Don't believe so. No.
We also had this.
I mean, we had. If you want to count Ian Glenn, he played Bruce Wayne as well and British, so there's that too.
So the Duffer Brothers confirmed Joseph Quinn will not appear in Stranger Things season 5. He's fully under that ground, and they also said he's super busy. They said he's super busy. So
I mean, he had a great season. You know, his story's concluded. I don't know why we bring him back except for fan service. I don't know.
Well, I heard he and Steven Soderbergh wrote a story about him coming back.
Oh shit!
The Duffer Brothers didn't want to do it.
No, the Duffer Brothers said yes, but Netflix killed it.
Michael dropping in, channel member. Thank you so much. If you're watching live or VOD, by clicking the like and thumbs up button, it helps the channel grow. Do appreciate you, Michael. Thank you so much. We have hit the goal on the Reloaded channel, so we will be picking one of those from the list to do on a future stream. So if you haven't voted already, please head over to the Reloaded channel and vote in the poll if you're watching.
Right now.
Right this second. Right away. Now. Why not? Is anybody sad about this? Is this something that anybody
didn't expect?
I mean, I'm excited for Stranger Things season 5. I thought Eddie was a great character, but his story's done.
I'm glad that
other stuff.
I'm glad this character introduced me to Joseph Quinn.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see where this dude goes. And to be quite frank, I'm ready to see where the Duffer Brothers go after Stranger Things. Much like Benioff and Weiss, because again, I remember I wasn't following Game of Thrones at the time, but I was like, I wonder what they're going to do after Game of Thrones, because they've been part of that franchise in that time period for so long. I wonder what it does to these creators, post that. So I'm intrigued.
All right, the next bit of sorry, go ahead, Jake.
I just wonder if we're going to get like we saw the whole George Lucas thing where people are bringing up Stranger Things, 40 years later, and they're going
why are the Duffer Brothers still doing Stranger Things?
They're going to be like, we've moved past it. We have a life.
Where's the Stranger Things revival?
So the next thing I have is going to probably be a pretty big deal for a lot of old school fans of cinema. So first look at I Play Rocky. The film follows a young Sylvester Stallone and the dramatic journey it took to get Rocky made.
Could be interesting. I've heard lots of stories about the making of the first Rocky. I mean,
it's
a classic movie.
I haven't heard anything about this, but I'm a huge Rocky fan, so
yeah. The first one's one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you know, one
the
of my
Rocky
pet
franchise
peeves-
overall is solid, although Rocky 5's bad. But yeah, overall solid.
Yeah, 5's the
franchise.
one I don't love. It's like 1,
Yeah.
4,
Yeah.
and, like 1, 4, and 6. Like they all go
You like
back and forth for my favorite.
3 and 4 are just like cheesy, but like I enjoy.
I love
them.
3.
I
Eye
don't,
of the Tiger, man.
Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger. Look at
I
that.
don't
Like
love-
I can't. Yeah.
yeah, I don't love 5, but I like it more than 4. But
Really?
because
Well,
first
five-
it's
Yeah,
so
4 is
ridiculous. Like, I mean,
definitely
it's such a cartoon.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's
That's what I
a
love
fun
about it.
movie. Like, you
Yeah.
know, I enjoy watching it. It's a fun movie, but it's really dumb when you boil
Oh
it
yeah,
down.
dude. If you want the cheeseburger of Rocky movies, it's Rocky 4.
Yeah. But my
Big
pet
Mac.
peeve with Stallone is
It is
he
the Big
really he has been very vocal lately about his
Mm.
anger with Irwin Winkler
Yeah.
because he feels that he should own part of the Rocky franchise. And I look at that and I'm like, I've heard the story of how Rocky got made, and I'm like, you know, Irwin Winkler took a chance on you because everybody wanted the script for Rocky, but nobody wanted Stallone. And he was like, I'm only going to sell it to someone who will cast me as Rocky.
Mhm.
And Irwin Winkler and Robert Chardoff were like the only ones in Hollywood that were like, okay, we'll take a chance on you. And now he's angry at them. Like, his whole career was built on that.
I can see, because it is also his brainchild, and I can see
He created
him
it,
wanting
yeah.
a bit more control over that one.
Although the argument is that like he based off Rocky off I forgot the boxer's name, but it's just like there's a lot of
Wepner.
and so like in some regards I do feel like he should own it, but at the same time it's just like, you know, I would have felt very different if he was saying about Rambo. I'm like, well, you didn't create Rambo. Like,
Yeah.
First Blood came out before.
No, that was
you
a book. That was
yeah. Also, shout out
also,
to this
Last
actor.
Blood was awful.
Oh, I had fun with it, but like yeah, it's not 1 or 2.
Eh.
This actor, shout out to him, because if anybody has seen the limited series The Offer, he played young Al Pacino.
The
And he was
Offer was so
phenomenal.
good.
Yeah, The Offer is so good. If you haven't seen it, God, go watch it. It's so good. But yeah, he played a young Al Pacino, which at first I was like, okay, I can kind of see that, but like, you got to bulk up. And then lo and behold, I'm like, all right, I can kind of see it. So I'm hoping he does a good enough job, because he shocked me. Him playing young Al Pacino, I'm like, wow, that's.
So is he
Well,
developing a trend for portraying young versions of prominent names? Is that what's happening here?
Listen, some talented folks start off that way. I'll never forget watching. I forget the dude's name, but like he played young Magic Johnson in Winning Time, and I'm like, I'm still hoping he gets more to do.
Oh,
but he did
yeah.
a phenomenal job as young Irvin Magic Johnson. So it happens.
Let's see. Who's this actor? Just checking. Somebody was asking who the actor was. I don't know who it is, so I'm looking it up.
His name is
Anthony El Polito.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I didn't really watch Rocky.
So wait, is this a docudrama, or is it?
No, it's like a biopic.
It's a biopic. Okay, I don't know why I assumed it'd be a documentary.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we have one more thing here. Oh, from Lone Wolf. Let me drop this out. Were you able to figure the Instagram thing out? I can't. It's really difficult to do videos on here from sites like that. I'm going to ask you to send it to me in an email, like attach it in a Gmail and just send it to me, because otherwise it's going to be really difficult to bring it up on screen without having like personal information up here. So I hate to make you do that, but I don't know any other way to do it, to be honest.
So
It'll show like all DMs if I open that up.
So when you guys are watching the Rocky franchise, do you get really confused when you get to Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I've actually met some of the people behind that.
Here's a question for the big Rocky fans. So they said, should I watch all the Rocky movies? I've never watched them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
5 gets a
Oh, yeah.
little dull, especially at the beginning. Well,
Rocky
a lot
Balboa is
dull.
very like.
Yeah.
like, that
Yeah,
one means a
Rocky
lot to
Balboa
me.
is a nice conclusion.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
Creed,
I love
all the
6.
Creed movies are solid.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it recently, and I think the Rocky movies, there's 6 of them, but I think it's really a trilogy, if you think about it, because Rocky 1 and 2 they're both very grounded. They both feel real. They feel like this is like this. These two movies together feel like they really could happen. Then you get to 3 and 4, and that's when we get into cartoon superhero Rocky.
Yeah.
And then you get to 5 and 6, and that's the like back down to earth, back to the streets, you know. So it's kind of funny because they pair up nicely, like 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6.
Yeah,
those aren't trilogies.
Well, I mean, I feel like Rocky 5 kind of drops, like it's going for more realistic, but really drops the ball. I think Rocky 6 kind of picks it up. So I could see an argument for Rocky 2 and then Rocky 6.
Take a number, Razor. Take a number.
Oh God, that made me laugh. I'm sorry.
Giving them out like Pez.
That's funny.
I just remember some of his comments at the showcast last week. I was dying.
Oh no. I really enjoy the Creed movies as well.
Yeah, all the Creed movies are good. I think diminishing returns on each entry, but like they're all good.
That first one, man, that scene, you know, I never got to thank your dad for bringing me back after making like that line. You know why? Because you're Creed and I love you. Like, oh, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Powerful stuff.
I actually think the Creed movies enhance the OG Rocky films because you get to see a little bit more about that world and what he meant to his family when you go back and you watch the original film.
It fleshes out the world a bit more, which
so it's a nice little back. Like, okay, so I know this isn't, we don't really have this as a topic, but what is everybody's viewing order for Star Wars? Is it like original, then prequel, then sequel, or is it prequel, original, sequel? Like, how do you guys think it's the proper viewing order?
Release order.
In the release order?
I just watched 4 through 9.
I didn't know if anybody, because a lot of people say, where do we start? Like, how do you jump into it? Especially like younger people that have not seen all of them.
Man, if you're interested in diving into Star Wars, I do not recommend Phantom Menace at all. Yeah, I think the original is probably the best one to start out with. It's a little dated, but I think it's still entertaining.
Oh, it still holds up, my opinion. Oh, yeah, like to me, a cool one that I always tell folks, because if you want to get the nerdy part of it, is like go 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then 6.
Machete order.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call Phantom Menace the worst prequel. So
no, my least favorite prequel is Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
that was my first Star Wars movie in movie theaters.
Yeah, mine was Phantom Menace. So like, I have a fondness for it for that reason, because it was my first one in theaters. And you know, granted, I like the whole world building and lore behind, you know, like the Old Republic, the Jedi, like in their early days. So I like seeing that era of time. So I guess maybe that's why I have kind of a fondness for it, because in between the, you know, when you look at the original trilogy, then the prequels and the sequels, the prequels is when you get to see the most of the Jedis. So I just like seeing that side of the world.
Yeah, Kayla says prequel, OG, then sequel.
That's not bad.
Candles Jr. says release order. So
I just want to say I don't like sand. It's rough and coarse. It's everywhere.
So here's what I'll do. I'll go prequels, then Rogue One, then originals is what I'll do.
I would. Here's the thing. It gets weirder with this, but I would even throw in between episode 2 and 3. Watch the Clone Wars, because Clone Wars enhances the prequels. Like it has a lot more weight to it, in my opinion. And I'll say this for those who are watching it, please go watch the making of these movies, especially the prequels. Like there's a film school in each of those making of for those films. Like it's been fascinating.
You know, I really don't like the prequels, and I really don't like the Clone Wars animated series either. And I think
what was there 2 different ones though?
There's Gandhi and then the one that Dave Filoni has done.
Well, I think what I came to realize was I don't really like the Jedi. I mean, Luke and Rey are different because Luke and Rey weren't raised as Jedi. But the Jedi, like, they're kind of dull characters. Like they're very they don't show a lot of emotion. They're very stoic. Oh, a Jedi can't know love, and a Jedi can't. Like I look at them and I'm just like, these characters are very blah. Like my favorite Star Wars characters are like Han Solo and Lando Calrissian, and you know I like the scoundrels.
I was about to say, go watch Clone Wars, because that has all the emotions you need out of the Jedi. Like look at what Obi-Wan goes through, and that one with Satine. You look at what Anakin has to deal with.
I've seen a lot of it. I can never get into it.
That's
You
fascinating.
see, I will admit I've actually never dove into the Clone Wars series. I saw the movie and I know the series is better, but like the intro movie was just like, ugh.
It's funner when you see it as a series instead of one movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chevy says start with Andor.
I hate
Andor.
Andor.
Arguably the best, my favorite thing in Star Wars, probably. Like,
There's an
okay, so
argument, man.
I actually feel like there's some Andor hate on the panel. I'm getting the vibe there's some Andor hate on the panel.
I
Is that-
fucking love Andor.
From who?
I can't stand it.
What?
It's the
No.
only
Oh,
live
God.
action Star Wars. It's literally the only live action Star Wars I ever bailed on. But then I came back and forced myself. Like I got 7 episodes in season 1, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it. I
It's
can't
the
do it.
opposite
See,
of
I
the
don't
Jedi
know,
and
like-
its emotions. Like
Yeah.
it's literally
Like to me,
emotions.
it's between Andor and Last Jedi as for was the best thing Disney Star Wars has produced.
See,
so far.
I'd go with I love Last Jedi. I love Force Awakens. I love Solo. I love The Acolyte. I love Mandalorian.
See, you love bad
But-
stuff. Come on.
But I hate Andor. You know where Andor really broke me? When he did shaving a haircut. I'm like, what? Like, what? Why are we doing shaving a haircut a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away?
You're saying they can't do that?
I mean,
That's
it's obviously based on our society. They do speak English.
I
I don't know. I to me, when you make a show and then you get to an arc about a prison break, and I am pumped as hell to see this, and then you bring back a character that was like, I'll be frank, in the movie in Return of the Jedi, a background character, and then you bring in Mon Mothma into this show, and you make her, in my opinion, one of the a fan favorite now with what Genovese the material has been given to her, and people might think it's a hot take, but to me, Andor is what X-Men 97 did for the MCU. Like it pumped some new energy to it. Like
that bar is really high there.
and again, like
yeah.
again, I've heard. Joe's not the only one who I've heard. I'm not
They
picking on
didn't
Joe,
win an
but
Emmy for nothing.
but he's not the only one I've heard this from. And again, yeah, like Jake said, like there's.
I mean,
Man, I'm telling you, I would be really shocked if George Lucas said he wasn't into Andor, because I'm like, it's pretty much doing what the Clone Wars did, but like with no Jedis and no Force stuff, and it's
I mean,
more.
I would
grounded.
say one of the key things about the Star Wars, especially George Lucas's Star Wars, is how unambiguously anti-fascist it is. So I don't see how you would have an issue with Andor at all.
Right.
Oh, we have a normal question for Joe.
how many glasses do I have? I got one in front of me.
Yeah, like you go back, look at George Lucas interviews, and like I look at it now, it's in an odd way. The prequel is almost like a middle finger to the Bush administration.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, even
yeah.
at the time, I remember thinking that, even though I wasn't a huge fan of those movies. Yeah, it was kind of that. It was kind of-
Look at Andor right now, like, and even with I urge people to like go
wow.
watch it.
Look
and
at
then-
Ghost Bubble says Andor is the best Star Wars since Empire Strikes
I can see
Back.
that.
I would disagree with that. I'd say Last Jedi is.
What The Last Jedi is for you is what Andor is for me. Like, and it's fascinating because, yeah, like again, I'm not trying to bring in real world stuff, but like I recently went to a march, and proudly I have friends everywhere on a poster of mine, and it's just like
Yeah,
that's what Andor does, and like
oh yeah.
like oh man. I will
Shows
to
you
the
the
day I
world.
die. I will sing the praise of that show.
Yeah.
I have
Because it
love in my
actually
heart for
shows
Last
you-
Jedi and Andor.
I mean, the best
I
thing about
like-
Andor is that it actually shows you the consequences that all the big stuff has on the world. You get to see the life of the everyday people there, because that's one of the things that the movies honestly kind of miss. It's like, hey, we're going to these places for the big action set pieces to happen, but are we going to focus on these places at all? No, not really. They're just
Yeah.
kind of dead drops. And
Yeah.
Andor actually gave a lot of world building that had been lacking up to that point.
I mean, what I love about like Andor is that like it is the ground level, like
Yeah.
of the rebellion. There's no Jedi, there's no magic, or like it's almost like the fantasy aspect has been dropped from Star Wars now. It's
Yeah,
just
you get
almost
to
this
see it from a
strict
real life.
sci-fi political thriller.
Yeah, the way Mandalorian was like, I remember when it initially started, it was saying we're gonna go back to spaghetti westerns and the samurai movies. I'm like, all right, cool.
Mhm.
And then you look at Andor, I'm like, it is 3 days off the Condor. It's all the President's Men. It's all that stuff.
Like you were getting a
It's
Jimbo.
scary.
a little bit.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
what do we think about Rogue One, everybody? It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies.
I like it.
I think it's a little uneven, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but it was my least favorite. I liked it, but it was my least favorite of the Disney Star Wars movies until Rise of Skywalker came out.
Oh, okay. I was about to say Rise of Skywalker is my least favorite one.
Behind the original, after the original 3, Rogue One's my favorite of the movies.
Yeah.
I think the movies have been a little bit inconsistent, although I might be willing to say Rogue One's my favorite movie after Last Jedi.
Force Awakens, Rogue One, and maybe Solo are my favorite 3.
Yeah, I would go Last Jedi, Force Awakens, and then Solo.
Hoping Mando and Grogu changes that. Hoping it delivers and whatnot.
I think Solo. I personally think Solo is an underrated movie. I have a lot of fun with that movie.
I have fun with it.
It's all right.
I'm underwhelmed by it. I don't think it's bad per se.
I don't dislike it. I don't love it. I think Solo is fine. I think Force Awakens is fine. Last Jedi I don't love, and Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, like, they're constantly battling each other for which one is last place in my mind.
Yeah,
you know what frustrates me about Solo is that movie was originally held by Lord and Miller. Those guys are just amazingly good.
Yeah,
and I would love to see what they were coming up with for that movie. And
also, that movie.
I'm curious.
That movie makes Han Solo peak like at 20. Like, it's like, did everything we know about him was he got the name, he learned how to be a pilot, Sabak game, Chewie, all that stuff. It felt like he did it in a weekend. It's just like to me, the most thing I'm grateful Solo brought to us is Crimson Dawn, that organization of crime. I'm like, do more stuff with that.
You know, the element that Solo introduced, I'm really, really upset that they haven't brought back. Donald Gulliver is Lando Calrissian. He was brilliant.
They're supposed to make a Lando movie, and that is my second most anticipated Star Wars movie after the Rey movie, the Lando movie.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we, at some point, like, I hope this hasn't been canceled yet, but I hope we get that James, I almost said James Gunn. God no, James Mangold, Dawn of the Jedi movie. I hope we get that at some point.
A James Gunn Star Wars movie? Could you imagine what that would be?
Oh my god!
I'd rather not.
He has lots of free time,
see it.
So yeah.
I think it would look like Guardians of the Galaxy.
He said that, like, that's very much I don't know if he said he had no interest, but he's like, the love I have for Star Wars and what I wanted to do, I did with Guardians. I'm like, that's fair.
Watch, he'll do a Star Wars movie in the tone of Super.
Oh God,
I love Super. What a great movie.
I hate Super.
The Holy
it's a
Avenger.
weird one, but I have a blast with it.
I think it's worth watching because it is wild.
Yeah.
All right,
especially that thing with when he's watching the TV and the squids. I'm like,
my boy Nate is the Holy Avenger.
Yeah.
All right, Supergirl's boyfriend is here. Good to see you.
You lucky bastard.
By the way,
is that Chris Wood's fake account?
I don't know. I feel like Joe is very popular tonight. I'm just looking at the comment section. It's a very Joe-centric night tonight. I'm not sure.
I think they're all just waiting for a wedding after this.
Darren has arrived.
Hello. We still don't know what a wedding is. That's the
I
best
know. We
part.
still haven't figured it out. I saw this one though. Joe is looking very hot tonight. Dim lips are looking wet for real.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Darren, aren't you happy you joined?
Yep.
All right, so we're at the hour and a half mark, which means we're going to get into the big discussion. And tonight's big discussion is not a list, so no one has to prep for this. It's just this was one of the topics that people voted on. So we're going to go through all of the upcoming releases for the DCU, talk about them a little bit, and then all the stuff that we know is coming out but has not been given a release date, or things that we're still kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with them. And so I thought I'd start out on the list. If I forget anything, guys, just tell me. Let's start with the DC Elseworld stuff. So we know we got Batman Part 2 coming out. That's been confirmed. I think the release date is October of 2027. Does that sound right?
Yeah, and they're filming
something like that. Yeah.
All right, go full internet. October 27. That means we're getting the long Halloween. Oh my God, it's confirmed.
Right. So, Batman Part 2. Overall excitement level from everybody for this film.
I I mean, I
What are
feel
we
I'm
thinking?
waiting too long, but Matt Reeves is great. I love the first movie. I'm excited to see it.
Something's in the way, man. Something in the way.
I know Ronan loves this world, so I'm pretty sure you're really excited about this movie,
Dude,
right?
it scratches my Zodiac Chinatown itch, man. I dug that movie. And again, I never said I would get tired of Batman. I'm like, okay, I wonder what this is gonna do. And then we go through that movie, that score, and then we get to that. I mean, thinking about it, it still gets me like a little bit emotional. Like seeing that scene light up in the flood. And
Look at this.
I was like, whew.
So Reese is 10 out of 10, and then Maestro's 2.47 out of 10. Literally back to back. I feel like I hate to say it, I'm closer to Maestro in terms of like my excitement level for the Batman. I wouldn't say it's a 2.47, but it's definitely not a 10.
If I'm ranking it,
yeah. I was just gonna say I'm somewhere in the lukewarm territory for Batman Part 2.
I loved that first movie. I thought it was really good. Not enough to get me like I need the next one right now kind of vibes. Like I'm more excited for some of the other things we'll talk about tonight. But what I will say is what's really got me up there for this movie is nothing within the Batman, but it's what I saw from the Penguin. That is one of the best comic book shows I have ever seen. They blew that out of the water. And I think if you can do that for the Penguin of all characters, that's a pitch when that was announced, I was like, "What the hell are they doing? That's stupid."
Wow, Robert Pattinson is a miscast.
Wow. No, go watch The Lighthouse. Like it will change your thought on that.
I'm brain farting on the actress from the Penguin, but like she knocked it out of the park.
Oh, Sophia Falcone. Yeah.
Yes, Sophia Falcone. Fucking great character. Oh my god, so good.
I would be at a 0 for Batman Part 2.
Wow.
If it were not for the Penguin.
Okay. Okay.
The Penguin puts me at like a 2. I hated the Batman Part 1. I hated it. I thought Robert Pattinson was excellent casting. Michael Giacchino's score was great, but the movie was too long. I'm so tired of grounded Batman. I don't want reality in my superhero movies. That's what the 6 o'clock news is for.
I think there's a dark, fantastical element to that Batman, though. It's not pure Chris Nolan realism.
I can see some of that vibes for that and that's why we have the DCU. Like I expect Man-Bat from that universe.
If I'm Grant Morrison run, please.
If I'm scoring it, I'd say my excitement level is 8 out of 10. I'm fairly excited. I'm not super pumped, but I'm fairly excited.
I agree. That's the way I feel about Andor and Batman. And I'll tell you another thing. I didn't like the fact that the villain was supposedly Riddler, but it wasn't. That was clearly Hush. They put Hush in the movie and called him the Riddler.
Oh, another Batman movie did that.
Which one, Jake?
Batman Hush movie.
The animated one?
That horrible bastardization of that story.
Has anybody watched Aztec Batman yet, by the way?
Haven't yet, no.
Okay.
I'm really behind on my DC animated movies.
Sorry, Ronan, you were going to ask Joe something. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no, I would say fuck, what was I going to ask? Yeah, I'm already
talking about Penguin, Batman, 2 out of 10 energy level.
Oh, you didn't like? Oh, yeah. You didn't like Riddler being like a streamer?
And I hated that take on because I was like, this isn't Riddler. I'll tell you, I watched the trailer multiple times. Like I saw the trailer for that movie like 3 or 4 times, and then I was on a stream and people were like, "What did you think of the Riddler?" And I'm like, "Well, they didn't show him." And they're like, "Yeah, they did." And I'm like, "No, the Riddler wasn't in that trailer." And then they showed me that, and I go, "That's the Riddler." I would have never guessed that was the Riddler if you didn't tell me. I mean, he's wearing Hush's costume for one thing.
If you want a good live action Riddler, watch Gotham.
Yeah, I mean,
I would agree.
You
I would
really
agree
want
with
the
that.
comics.
Yeah, I agree with that. Jake, did you give your interest in Batman Part 2?
5 out of 10. Honestly.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of where I am.
It's completely average. I didn't love the first movie by any stretch. I don't think it's like the worst thing ever.
Okay.
I would like to see more of that world of Gotham, which we did get in the Penguin. I'm curious to see because they said that the villain is going to be somebody that hasn't been done in a movie before, so it makes me think, who are they going to go to?
God.
The Riddler?
Condiment McCann. I'm calling it.
No,
Condiment.
like Roland Sink for Court of Owls, I feel like you would need Dick Grayson there first before they do that. Unless they introduce Dick Grayson and Court of Owls in the same movie and start giving them a shared backstory from the get-go, which I would not do that.
I want Court of Owls to be the end of his run.
Yeah,
What if they start teasing Court of Owls in this movie, but then that ends up being the big thing in the third movie?
Dude, I've been saying that. Like, all I need is just shots. I just need shots from like the top, the ground of looking like a shadow looking at Batman, and like that's all. That's all the hints I need.
Is watching him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And or maybe like you see just maybe like there's a shot of Batman standing there, and then faintly in the background you see like a pair of glowing yellow eyes, and then that's it.
That is Jim Carrey doing his shit in the 90s.
That is Jim Carrey with a large case of Jolt Cola just going nuts.
Wow.
I remember originally, like, they were talking about Robin Williams for that role.
The Jim Carrey slander that's going on.
They were talking about Robin Williams. If you go back and look at that script for the Bill Murray Batman movie, which I refuse to read because I don't want to give myself heart failure. I think it was Bill Murray and Eddie Murphy that were supposed to be in that, if I'm not mistaken.
Was Bill Murray Batman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Thank God that did not happen.
Fuck.
I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can say
that script is online somewhere. You can go find it.
I don't know if I can say thank God that didn't happen.
It's got
because
to be
Bill Murray is a good dramatic actor as well.
I'm just not the biggest fan.
I mean, he is a really good actor, but Batman
with Garfield.
People said the same about Michael Keaton, though.
But I mean, as much as I like Bill Murray, I would say Michael Keaton's better.
There's more drama to Keaton, I think.
Like, you've had controversial Batman castings for 40 years. You had it with Keaton. It was a little bit there with Bale. You had it with Affleck. You had it with Pattinson. It's never ended.
All right, before we move on, we have a super chat here from Lone Wolf. It says, the Batman took inspiration from Seven Riddler, was giving some Jigsaw inspiration, which I found interesting. What are you on, Joe? Can I have some? Some wetter? Some weddings?
Fun dip.
I'll tell you, if Batman 2 really wants to win me over, they can use my all-time favorite Batman villain, who has never been done in live action to the best of my knowledge, unless he was on
Crazy Quill
or something. No, the ventriloquist.
You see, the villain I always loved was Clayface, but we'll see with the movie.
He's getting a movie.
We're
getting him.
Ghost says the Bill Murray script was very Adam West coded, so it would have been a more silly.
That could work.
Random
he
comment.
gave it his all. I could see it,
sure,
but I do think it'd be more on the goofier side, which is sometimes okay.
Yeah,
it's sometimes okay, but not.
Bill Murray as serious
favorite.
Batman. I don't get Bill Murray as Adam West Batman. I could see that.
I would love to see him try his best. Like I think that would be fun to watch him. Like where he's known for all these goofy roles, and then come in and be like, "Oh, he was the best Batman."
One thing that's interesting about Bill Murray is, I mean, he has done dramatic roles in the past, and he has very sad eyes. Like I could see him in a way as like a Bruce Wayne type, because he's got like a sadness in him that comes through a lot. Like you really see it in the Sofia Coppola movie. The one with Scarlett Johansson. Lost in Translation. Exactly.
Yeah,
all right, so
I don't know, like, what other villains could they use for that? Because there are a few that I'm like, kind of bouncing around in my mind right now, that they say they haven't been done in a movie yet. There's the option for somebody like Hush. There's the option for, like I said, I don't want to see any Court of Owls stuff. I would like for them to save Man-Bat for the DCU. Almost said EU.
Mm-hmm. Not the DCEU, please.
Yeah, not that. Yeah.
Well, here's the question.
There are a lot of
really
Man-Bat. I mean, there are other ones that I feel like they could do that would fit that Batman, but would they break the mold of what that universe has set, or would it feel, kind of there? Because I was about to say Black Mask, but he's technically been in a movie. Right. So,
well, that's the question. Is it a villain who's never been in a Batman movie, or who's never been in a movie, period? Because those are two different questions. Like, I could be
true.
Killer Croc. He's technically been in a movie, not a Batman movie.
Yeah, like Killer Croc. Deadshot,
Black Mask, yeah, like those
Black
guys.
Mask. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting.
So what we're saying is the main villain's going to be Captain Boomerang.
Michael here says the
They all
Ventriloquist
know
and
the
Scarface had
Joker.
some really great
Well, it's
episodes
not a
on
Flash
Batman, the
movie.
animated series, and in comics. I think we'd like to see the Batman 2 for that and Clayface.
Yeah. You know who had
Great
one of the best
character.
episodes in the animated series? A villain Eric hates, the Mad Hatter.
No Alice in Wonderland shit. I don't want to
Oh,
see
I would dig that.
That Perchance to Dream
Man.
episode is one of the best they ever made.
Right.
Who's
My
the
daughter would be all for that.
Who's the villain? The pig villain who has like a
Professor
butcher.
Pig, yeah.
I would love Professor.
That would be
Pig.
fucked.
Honestly,
Actually, he would work great in Matt Reeves' universe.
I could see that happening, actually.
I want to
could-
see Injustice Superman.
Okay, so
all
there's
these-
Professor Pig, or I just thought about this one. Maybe this would be saved for DCU, or maybe the Batman could do this. They could do Firefly if they wanted to.
You know what? All this
Maybe.
discussion has
That's
got me
true.
wondering
Been
is
done in a movie.
Take my love.
Aaron,
take
don't
my
remind
land,
me.
Take me where I cannot see.
I would
Aaron,
I
if we
would-
didn't get to see the movie, then I don't count it.
I would love a Batman animated movie in the vein of these Beyond the Spider-Verse movies at this point, because like there's so much they could explore and have fun with.
I'm
There's so
not-
many-
Make a Batman Beyond movie in that style.
Beyond was
continue
looking
Lego
pretty
Batman.
bad.
Batman.
good.
That'd be a great venue to really
Well,
dive into that crap.
To continue in the Elseworld stuff, we have the Batman dynamic duo movie that still we don't know what that situation is.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Elseworlds.
That's what I wrote it in because I wasn't sure. I know they had to redo some stuff on it, but we'll see what's gonna happen with that. Then we have the big
Somebody
question
said
mark. Yeah.
Prometheus. Like I that would be something I would say for DCU because
Yeah.
that's also a villain that can take on the entire Justice League.
Yeah, it'd be like
So-
Darkseid being the next villain. It's like
But
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't put him on quite that scale, but
no, but like it's like
Yeah.
a big universe villain. Like,
yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, save people like Prometheus and Wraith. You know, save them for like the DCU.
By the way, the dynamic duo movie is said to have puppetry in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's a blend of like traditional animation
Yeah.
and puppetry, apparently.
I'm excited for that.
I'm intrigued.
you had me at puppetry.
Yeah,
I bet we
I'm
did.
here for it.
The other one in the Elseworlds, the last one that I have there, other than Aztec Batman, because I haven't seen it yet, is the Constantine movie.
Yeah, I want to
Oh,
see
the
that.
sequel?
Yeah.
We got that thing that was just announced, that 4-part Nightfall adaptation that was just announced recently. So that I'm pretty sure that's one of the Elseworlds projects too.
Oh, well, I have animation separated. That's a separate
okay.
thing. I have like animated movies in a separate box, but I'm talking about like the other stuff here. That's why I'm kind of jumping through it.
I love that first Constantine movie. Again,
Yeah.
even as a kid, I was like, wait a minute, I thought it's supposed to be British.
Right.
But-
Yeah.
But once I was like, all right, this is a different take. What Keanu did with that movie, what Francis Lawrence did with that movie, and the cast, I was like, come on, man. It's like it will break my heart if we don't get a sequel. It's the same way that like my heart's still breaking that we never got a Hellboy 3. Like
I always
Yeah.
forget the other guy's name. It's the guy that's in that movie. It's like Father something. I fucking forget the character's name every time. It's like Father Midnight or something like that.
Papa
Is that-
Midnight,
Yeah.
Jamon Hansen.
Yeah. Fuck. That character was incredible.
He showed up in King Crusade and I flipped out. I was like,
Yeah, that was a nice. That was a nice pull.
We have Lone Wolf the $2 super chat. Who would you start Live Beyond and Blight? Live Beyond and Blight.
Oh,
What's that?
what's
oh,
that?
they're saying like, would they do a Batman Beyond thing with Blight?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
I-
you got plenty of villains from Batman Beyond you can pull. You got Blight, you got Ink, you got
Yeah.
that version of Royal Flush. You got Spellbinder, who's essentially Batman Beyond Scarecrow. A bunch of different villains you could do.
I really am waiting for the announcement of a Batman Beyond project. That's what I'm waiting for.
They've
I think
been
they'll
trying
talk
to
about
get one
that
off the
around,
ground for God knows how
and
long.
Michael Keaton's right there.
I'll be heartbroken if they
Hmm.
don't get one off the ground before Michael Keaton is no longer with us.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to do it when Adam West was here. There were talks to do it when
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Conroy was here. So
Yeah.
Then we have the animated stuff, which you were saying Elseworlds. I don't know how they classify these. That's why I put them in a separate category. But we have Batman Nightfall Part 1 and Batman Cape Crusader Season 2.
I'm so
what did
far behind on animated stuff. I'm not going to be much help.
Well, no. I mean, just those are the only two that I really have in that bubble.
There's a bunch more.
But those are the ones that I put outside of it because I don't know if they're Elseworlds and they're not DCU. So that's
well,
why
like I was gonna say, like you have like My Adventures with Superman season 3,
yeah,
Starfire,
Green Lantern.
Yeah, I tried to separate things out.
Okay.
I don't really have a set way to do it, but anyway, those are the next two we'll talk about.
Sorry.
We'll move on from Batman from there, but I think Batman Cape Crusader season 1 was good. It was very like 90s, like animation wise, but it was a very almost twisted version of Batman because these characters are out of time. So you're getting like these weird versions of the villains that I actually think the villains were more interesting than Batman was in the world, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I love how he was behaving with Alfred. I was shocked what they did with his dynamic with Alfred. I was like,
yeah,
whoa. And then by the end of it, it was so earnest when there was a wholesome hope for that relationship. And I was like, they've never done this before with Alfred and him. And I was so happy they did it this way. And it felt like a Darwin Cook miniseries brought to life. Like
I could see
felt
that.
Like, it felt like Parker. Like I fucking love Cape Crusader, and like the one, I don't know if I could be mistaken, but like I think they dropped all the episodes at once, which if they did, that might have hurt the momentum for it. Like
they did drop them all at once.
I hope they do it differently.
That's a show you should drop either an episode a week or 2 episodes a week, and be like, all right, that's enough for people to digest and talk about. And then next week we're getting more Batman.
And then
I like it. We got like that mob-ridden 40s-esque.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
they've kind of strayed away from that in recent projects.
Yeah,
so I like.
What about the Batman Nightfall animated project that's coming out? Thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm interested in it. I mean, we've never really gotten a proper adaptation of Nightfall. I mean, we got bits of it in Dark Knight Rises, but
Chris says it's a 10 out of 10 for him. So
there you go. I mean, I'm definitely interested in it. There are definitely parts of Nightfall that got abandoned in Dark Knight Rises, like the whole concept of a successor with Azrael was completely disregarded. But also, why are they splitting it into 4 parts when there are only 3 stories? I wonder how they're going to spread that all across, because you have the Nightfall, Knight's Quest, and Knight's End. So again, wonder how that's going to play into it. Are we going to see
more time in each of them or something?
Probably. That's my goal, or that's my thought, not my goal. But are we going to see maybe an established Bat family here, because we already have, like, around the time that Nightfall happens, you have a Nightwing, you have a Tim Drake Robin, you have a Stephanie Brown at that point who's with Tim, and it's like, I'm really wondering if they're going to spend most of that first movie with the whole catalyst that starts Nightfall, because with Bane breaking everybody out of Arkham Asylum, and then Batman spending like 3 months hunting down all those people, and Bane just watching him as he's doing so, like Kraven the Hunter. I just hope we get all of it. Like, if they're going to break it up into parts, I hope we end up getting all of it and they don't cancel it after like part 2. That's really annoying. Like, you give the Bane stuff and then give that bit where Batman has to come back and not beat Bane, but beat this new souped up crazy Batman that is taking.
Are we going to get Jean Paul in it?
I mean, listen, we need Jean Paul. I love Michael Lane, but I would be so pissed off if they switched around and did Michael Lane instead of Jean Paul in this.
Yeah. I really hope this is the new standard for the animated stuff, because I love the animated movies from them, especially the like DC AMU we did several years ago at this point. But my biggest problem with almost all of them, even the ones I love, I'm always like, that could have had more time. They could have given another 10, 20 minutes. So I love the idea of it being like, okay, here's like an 8-hour story. We're spreading in between like 4 different movies.
Kind of like Long Halloween.
Would have loved that. Like, I love Flashpoint. How cool would it have been if we did like, all right, it's a 2-part movie. We get to spend a bit more time in these worlds and stuff like that. Like, I know they tried with Crisis and stuff like that.
Yeah, they did it with Crisis. You split Long Halloween into 2. If you go back even further, you also split Dark Knight Returns into 2. And I feel like it worked well for those adaptations, but with how long Nightfall spanned, I feel like breaking it into more than 2 makes sense.
All right, so I want to just do the next 3 animated things here, and then we're going to move into live action stuff. We got so much to talk about because I want to get through all of it.
Ghost's thing right quick.
Oh, what does it say?
that I agree. Like I want them to move on from that animation, and pray to God that the annoying sound design issue from the Tomorrowverse films is gone.
Yeah.
Because you would just have awkward pauses in between all the dialogue.
So animated wise, we have another season of Creature Commandos coming. We have My Adventures with Superman and My Adventures with Green Lantern. All of those are coming out. Out of those, any people excited? We don't have to dive too much into it, but anybody excited for anyone in particular? Not excited at all.
Superman and Green Lantern. We are getting a new DC TV universe. We're getting a new one. Yeah. That excites me. Like I love the movie.
Cruise?
Like
the MAU, the My Adventures universe.
I'm definitely excited about Creature Commandos.
Yeah. I want to see what they're going to do with that now that Rick Flag Sr. is kind of. I don't think he's going to even be on the season.
Sequel to Peacemaker.
The Bride now. It seems like she's in charge of the squad, which I'm like, makes sense.
And now
I want to see those characters in live action. I know we're not talking about that right now, but I'd love to see some of those characters cross over.
Now they're without Nina, so.
Is Rick Flag Sr. the only person who's appeared in all of James Gunn's DCU stuff?
Yeah.
So far.
Well, John Economos as well. You got Flag.
He wasn't in Superman.
No, you're right. It was Flag. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's the Nick Fury.
Yeah, essentially.
Peacemaker's close.
We have our
Peacemaker was. Because Peacemaker was inside the little dream sequence for like 2 seconds.
He
so
was
he?
Technically, Peacemaker was in everyone.
All right.
Technically, wait, no, because I was about to say Vigilante, but he wasn't in Superman.
Right. Yeah. So on the TV side, we know we have a confirmed show, which is Lanterns. We know that's coming 2026. I'm pretty excited for that one. Again, though, I'm very curious to how quote unquote grounded it's going to be. Like, are we talking literal? Are we talking figuratively? Like, what do we mean by grounded with Lanterns? I've talked at great lengths about it, so I don't want to dive too heavy back into it. But I'm still excited for it. But I'm cautiously excited for that show.
I think it's interesting to go for an older Hal Jordan. But that being said, I think Kyle Chandler could carry it. So. I'm interested to see what they do with Jon Stewart. Interested to see what they do with Hal Jordan. I'm interested.
Finally, after years of this stuff, we might get a movie.
Finally get a Green Lantern movie.
All because one movie didn't do good. We went 14 years without live action Lanterns.
Yeah. All right.
I'm excited, but I'm like I said, I think last week. I don't like the fact that it's being made for mature audiences. Like I feel like the Justice League content should be more all ages, but Green Lantern is one of my favorite characters.
It's also a TV show, so
yeah, but like I don't know. I'd like to be able to watch it with my daughters. Like they're big DC fans. Mm-hmm. They're gonna want to watch it. Like I remember, like my daughters, huge fans of Teen Titans Go. They love Teen Titans Go, and then there's a Teen Titans TV show. They want to watch it. I couldn't show them that show.
I mean,
you can show them Teen Titans. Titans.
Your kids will age faster than you expect. My daughter's already 17. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah, but I would say Titans, the live action show, is definitely not okay for some people. So
right.
Not only is
the violence in it is pretty bad.
Which was, I think, a bad decision.
It's mature audiences, but it's also just not good TV.
Yeah. Well, the first couple seasons were good. I mean, I know it fell off, but it started off pretty good.
I actually disagree. I think the bottom half is better.
I felt like that was coming. Like it was like this seesaw.
I'm big season 4 anyway.
I feel like it's very meh all the way through. I mean, at least
I agree with that.
At least seasons 1 and 2 felt like Teen Titans. Season 3 was mainly Bat Family dominated, and then past that, it was just a mess.
I will say there was that period where DC was trying to do its own streaming series service.
Yeah.
And the only thing from that I saw was Doom Patrol, and I enjoyed Doom Patrol.
Stargirl is extremely good.
I tried getting into Doom Patrol. I got like 4 or 5
I know we're not talking about it, but I think Doom Patrol has the best series finale of any DC live action TV show.
I still not seen the last season, but I love
out of the ones that I've seen. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but I'm going to give it to the ones I have seen. I'm going to give it to Superman and Lois.
That's a really good one, too.
Superman and Lois.
Penguin, too, yeah.
What, Darren?
Tyler Hoechlin's my favorite live-action Superman.
For me.
Yeah.
Tyler who?
Tyler Hoechlin. However you pronounce his last name. Favorite live-action Superman.
Hoechlin.
Okay.
All right. So we also have the other two shows that are kind of up in the air. One of them is Waller. Staggervore here is coming with 199 super chat. We don't know what's going on with that show. And there's also that weird Booster Gold thing that we haven't heard anything else about either. So
We got our showrunner a couple months ago, I think. Like, we got official updates on it. Not a lot, but they said that it is moving forward and they attached some people to it. Waller, on the other hand, they have said that it's kind of on pause. It's like we're just trying to figure out what we want to do with it and what direction we want to go.
I imagine it's going to be centered around Checkmate.
Oh, that's a possibility. Or we might actually see her in that show instead of her own show.
Likely.
Booster Gold is my most anticipated DC project right now.
Oh,
because Booster Gold is my favorite DC character, and Booster Gold's my favorite superhero. So
yeah. So but you said you're hoping that the casting rumor is not correct. You were thinking,
I really can't see Kumail Nanjiani in that role. I like him a lot. I think he's a great actor. Honestly, I haven't liked really anybody they've cast in live action. I love Donald Faison, and I didn't see him as Booster Gold either.
Well, we barely saw him as Booster.
Yeah, it was
Gold.
like a split second. Yeah.
For one thing, and I know this may seem really, really like minutia, like why do you care so much about this? But I feel like Booster Gold, whoever plays Booster Gold, should have blonde hair. Like, I feel like that is part of the costume because he's Booster Gold, and you have blue, gold, and then there's gold hair sticking out the top. Like, I feel like that's part of the look. So when you cast a bald guy as Booster Gold, I'm like,
you're talking about for Legends of Tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like whoever they cast needs to be blonde.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen. Those two are definitely up in the air.
I will say with Waller, I wonder if they get that show off the ground, I wonder if they'll try to leverage that, do some sort of live action Absolute Power, because the Absolute stuff is really banging the comic books right now.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump into the movies now. My most anticipated DC project out of everything, which is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, comes out June 26, 2026. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am for this. Like, literally, I can't explain it. Yeah. It's just one of these movies where I just feel like it's going to be good, and I hope that it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. And I have high hopes for this film.
I need to reread the graphic novel because I have it over there. You can't see it, but it's on my shelf. I'm probably going to reread it before this.
I'm going to try to get my hands on a copy. It's a Tom King book, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Tom King.
So what do we think? Overall excitement for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow? I would say for me it's close to a 10, if not a 10.
I'll say this. I did not love Superman, but I'm way more excited for this than I was for Superman.
I am too. I am much more excited for this than Superman.
I'm going to break from the crowd. I'm going to give it a 9 in anticipation.
Oh, okay.
Like an 8. I'm excited.
Oh no, it's going down.
I'd say I'm at a 10.
Okay.
I'll say an 8 as well.
Well, would you give it a Weddy, Joe? That's the question. Would you?
I give it. I
figure out what it is.
I give it 10 out of 10 Weddies.
What about you, Ronan? Oh, sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good.
For Man of Tomorrow, I go 9 out of 10.
No, Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl.
Yeah,
Supergirl. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right. So Darren's got the lowest Supergirl excitement ranking, which is surprising for me.
Chose 8-2. Thank you very much. I mean, I'll say this. It's my most anticipated DC movie next year.
Okay, good. Then after that, in September, we have Clayface.
Speaking of the devil,
I really don't know what to expect, but like I love the villain. I loved his animated series. I want to see.
They've definitely chosen a peculiar release date. That's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I agree.
And also an interesting character for their third movie.
What's the release date? I don't think I know.
I think it's going to be
September 11th next year.
I'm not necessarily excited for it. I don't think it's one I'm like, I can't wait. But I think it's going to come out, and I think it's going to blow people away because they came out and said like they had a script ready, and they said, "Well, we need to make this now."
Yeah,
it was so good. They fast tracked it.
Someone mentioned if they thought, is this going to be DC's Madam Web?
Hold on.
Oh
no! I actually want to bring up Humble's thing here.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a deep cut for anybody who knows what this is referencing. DC's kind of Darkman feel. For anybody who doesn't know, Darkman was Sam Raimi's original superhero movie, like a decade before Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Give it that same sort of feel. Like it's a character who gets his face, like all disfigured. He's kind of hiding from humanity, but kind of becomes like a do-good vigilante anti-hero in a sense. Give it that same sort of tone. Why not?
And give it a Bruce Campbell cameo.
I feel that
Give it a
this in my soul.
Yeah,
I could sign for this. Clayface's Clay connects them all. So
Yes.
there we go. All right, what else do we have up here on the roster? We have The Man of Tomorrow, which is July 9th, 2027.
what the hell, Aaron?
Thoughts on that, Man of Tomorrow? Anybody
10.
want to drop their score? 10 out of 10?
For me.
Oh yeah, 10.
I love
9 out of
Superman.
10.
It's great.
A little
yeah.
less than Supergirl, but I'm excited.
Here's my score.
5? Wow. 5 out of 10. So you're not excited about it for any of the Lex Luthor stuff or anything at all?
I mean, I'm interested in it, but it's not like high on my anticipation list.
It's too early. Like we don't
Yes,
really
it
know
is really
anything
early,
yet.
but-
Like it could be anything.
All right,
know?
let's talk about some of the stuff that's floating around. All right. So we have obviously the Brave and the Bold. It's going to be Andy Muschietti. At least we think it's going to be. It's going to be about Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne in the DCU. So connected to all this other stuff. I want to see this. I think it's really important to get Batman into that world. I think for me, maybe it was overstated the way I talked about it before, but I think it's really important for this DCU to establish Batman sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just think it's a really big. I don't know. I feel like you have to nail like this Batman, and I think also Wonder Woman. Those characters need to be established, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think while I get going in with Damian Wayne as Robin, Damian Wayne is also a character that when he was first introduced, I could not stand him.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, I feel like that
I
was
had
the
to
case for a
grow
lot of
into
people.
him. Yeah, I had to because now
I
I
think that's
actually like him, but like
I think that's a character where you either love him or hate him, right? Like I think you have to do it right because can he come across annoying? Yes. He can. But I also think that can be the character's strength because I do think there's a charm in watching that character grow. I think I've said it on here before. I want them to take the journey they want with their animated movie universe. I started out hating that guy. I thought he was the most unlikable character I've ever seen.
Least
And
favorite
by the
Robin,
end, I'm
easily
crying over
Main
what they're
Street.
doing with him. I'm like, this is such a good journey. And I want to watch that like 10-year journey with this real child that they ended up casting with this character, watching him grow and evolve and grow up on screen.
Yeah, I mean that's difficult to portray in live action though, because with animation, you can have a 10-year-old, like flipping around doing all kinds of acrobatics and whatnot. It's a lot harder to pull that off in live action and make it be believable. Plus, you're gonna get a bunch of chuds out there being like,
I actually think
Batman. You're gonna get a bunch of people out there saying, "Oh, the idea of Batman taking this 10-year-old to fight crime is child abuse."
I actually think that's why it's important for it to get established in the DCU because that's the world they can do that in. I think it's going to be something like that would be absolutely ridiculous in the Matt Reeves Batman world, but
in the
DCU, I think it's very cartoony.
I feel like you still need to believe it.
Cast a 20-year-old who looks 10, and we're good.
Oh
but what I also appreciate is if we're starting with Damian Wayne, that means one of my favorite DC characters is out there, Nightwing.
Yeah. Like, are we gonna get Nightwing?
It's a Bat family.
I worries me a little bit though because I'm thinking, does that mean we're just gonna completely forego Tim Drake? Which I would hope not, because there's a lot of stuff.
I hope not. Yeah,
a lot of stuff I love with that character, but I want to see if we're getting if we're getting Batman and Son, give me some of that Grant Morrison, Man-Bat, Talia, Army of Man-Bat Ninja stuff, because that would fit, that would fit Muschietti, who's a horror director. If you go into all the Man-Bat stuff, that would fit this fantastical DCU world to differentiate from Pattinson. And, they used Grant Morrison art as the promo image when Brave and the Bold was first announced, even though it was Dick Grayson's Batman in the art. But, give that sort of fantastical approach to it, and, I'll give Muschietti this. His Batman stuff was probably the best part of the Flash movie. So, he knows how to do that character. So I think you've got all the right ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah,
This might be a
one's
hot take.
Batman stuff was all right in that one. Yeah.
This one's a 10 out of 10 for me, primarily because of Muschietti. As soon as they attached Muschietti to this, it was like 10 out of 10. I can't wait.
I agree, Riley, that I think the DCU got themselves to
Yeah.
be more fantastical to differ from the Batman universe. Yeah.
I think it has potential, but I'm a little bit hesitant, especially introducing two similar Batmans with concurrent movie series.
That's going to be the
And
tough part.
Who
Yeah.
says they're going to be similar though?
They're
They're going to be somewhat similar. They have to be.
I mean, if one is on the more, ground street level side of things and one approaches, the more fantastical side of things, that's pretty different.
Do you think that they won't do more of a street level Batman?
No, like
He should be more James Bond, I think.
My point is, you're already getting that with Pattinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I think to be Batman, you have to be a bit more street level.
Right. Like I feel like you'll get that in DCU's version, but you'll see, like a lot more stuff that you saw in stuff like Timverse or DCAU, where he deals with, a little bit more of the fantastical elements.
I think for me, I'm just apprehensive about that. So I'm gonna go 6.
I think I don't know.
I think it's
Parker phrased it in a good way, I think.
it's Batman the detective versus Batman the superhero. Like, you need a Batman who can go to space. You need a Batman who could be like on a satellite, on the Justice League Watchtower. You don't see the Pattinson version doing that.
Yeah. Shout out to Pagey in the house.
Who?
I know he hasn't uploaded a video in 4 months. What's going on, Pagey? Everybody's waiting out for your videos for you to come back. All right, so let's do a speed run of movies that we have no information on really, and see if there's anything that we think has been canceled or what we're looking forward to. So after that, we have a Swamp Thing movie. We have The Authority. R.I.P. The Authority. I think that movie's gone. Wonder Woman film, Untitled. Teen Titans film, maybe. The Bane and Deathstroke film, and the Sergeant Rock film.
Has that Deathstroke Bane film been said to be DCU?
Well, we don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't.
Rumored.
know. Yeah.
I think that's what we heard from it. But again, we've had no updates on that since it was announced.
That's
I don't think James Gunn even announced it. It was like Variety announced it.
Yeah,
James
it wasn't
Gunn
him.
didn't announce it. So,
Eric, I wrote down right now all the stuff that was announced in that Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters video.
Okay, go
10
for
stuff.
It. All right.
2 of the stuff has come out. Commandos, Superman. 2 of the other stuff have already been filmed or in post-production. Lantis and Supergirl. Everything else, Waller, The Authority, Paradise Lost.
I forgot about that.
Booster Gold, and Swamp Thing. Those are the ones that are still either being developed or TBD. And it's just like, Peacemaker Season 2 came out already. Clayface is filming right now. Man of Tomorrow is in pre-production. And it's just like, wait a minute, what about all the other stuff that
I think Authority is RIP the dream, unfortunately.
So I feel like a lot of that stuff got kind of pushed onto there without big concrete plans for it, just to give the appearance of, hey, there's a big slate in production, when only a few things were really cooking at the time.
We also have the Blue Beetle animated
series. That's right.
Yeah, that is.
And the Mr. Miracle animated series.
I feel like I have to mention it just because people laugh every time I bring it up. James Gunn technically announced a Jurassic League animated movie several years ago at this point.
That's true. He did. I remember that.
That might happen, I guess.
I'd say the 2 projects of the ones listed. I really want to see what he does with Wonder Woman. Like, who does he pick to star? Who does he pick to direct it? Wonder Woman and Nightwing are probably my favorite DC characters for completely different reasons. I think Wonder Woman is like the perfect superhero for like the fantastical stuff, and Nightwing is the perfect like ground level guy. I want to see what they do with both of them. As far as the other one, The Authority is a book I haven't read, but like the pitch sounded awesome. I'm kind of disappointed I'm not hearing any forward momentum on it.
No, DC fandom should stay dead. Do not bring that back.
In some regards, I did dig it. In some regards, I felt like,
Bring it back.
In some regards, it felt very like, I know where they're going with this. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna be bits and pre-recorded stuff, and it's just like, I don't know. So in some regards, it was fun to have it. In some regards, I'm like, what was the point of this? Like,
I thought the
Change how you
first
do it.
one. I thought the first one was really good, and then
The second one was all about Batman too, pretty
yeah,
much.
the second one was
Second
terrible.
one
Or
sucked.
Batman, I mean.
They had a lot. Someone's line of hats, DC hats. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
why are we watching this?
All right, so that's pretty much all the DC stuff. I think we all kind of made our stake on what it is
Oh,
we're looking
and
for. Yeah, go ahead.
While it's not an upcoming DC project, I do think it would be great to actually do a Trinity movie before they even touch Justice League.
Yeah,
what movie?
maybe
a
actually,
Trinity.
Oh,
yeah,
the Trinity.
and don't slap a Justice League title on it, like,
And don't call it Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
also don't call it Justice League.
And don't do
War
Batman v Superman. Fuck. Don't do.
All right, we have a super chat here, not related to what we were talking about, so that's why I waited on it. But it's from South Texas Shark, and it is timely because we're coming up on the week of Halloween. What is your favorite Halloween candy? Do we have favorite Halloween candies, everybody?
Just
Kinda like
Halloween
what I
or in
regularly eat.
general?
They're just candy, yeah.
I mean,
I've
how do
always my favorite candy?
are we
product.
talking about like
Or-
favorite candy like that people give out trick or treating, or just
I would say, unless he wants to specify this, our favorite candy to eat, I'm guessing.
because candy corn is my absolute favorite candy,
I love
but
candy corn too.
you don't really give that out to trick or treaters because it's
No.
like small little. So I for like trick or treating candy, I would say Reese's Take Fives.
Mm,
Oh, those are so good.
those are
M&M's
good.
for me.
Oh,
Or,
I like peanut M&Ms are
mm.
good to me.
I'm gonna say either peanut M&Ms or Three Musketeers.
Mm.
I'm a
I-
Kit Kat guy.
I love chocolate covered Wetties. Those are my favorite ones. It's just
Just a
Who
just a
doesn't?
mouthful of Wetties. Oh, it's so good.
That chocolate homemade.
I actually like my favorite is probably maybe I'm going crazy here. Maybe this is a Mandela effect thing for me. You guys have to let me know. When I was growing up, I loved Reese's cups, but over the years they've tasted different. I don't know if they've changed
My
something
mom's
in it or
too.
You know
not.
what the problem
Like
is?
it
I love
there.
Reese's.
It
I know.
depends on the size you're eating.
Oh, really?
Because the proportions change.
Oh,
Like different sizes have
Oh,
different
that's
proportions of peanut butter to chocolate, and that throws off the taste.
oh.
Okay, so which one of us likes the worst candy? I looked at the chat and I'm curious. Which one of us likes the worst? Or is it all of us?
Did everybody give their answer yet? I don't know if everybody gave it. Did everybody say? Everybody?
I mean, I'll say my favorite candy is Score or like Heath Bar.
I also like Sour Patch Kids, but that's kind of, you have to like sour stuff to like that.
I love Kit Kat. Kit Kat's my thing.
Oh.
Three Musketeers is probably mine.
I think we've all said like 5 things.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I those Reese's Take Fives, man. They're
Those are
dangerous.
Dude,
They're
those
bad.
things are a banger. I do love those.
I like lemon heads.
Good
Might be
100
better
grand,
than regular
too.
Reese's cup. Is that controversial to say? Take 5.
Wow, Chris says I don't think any of you have bad candy, so we're all doing good then, I guess. Wait, hold on. Bigger ones suck. Pause. Okay.
Bigger what?
Yo!
Bigger what?
I don't know.
Are we talking about the peanut butter cups again?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we're talking about.
I
Can't-
think the perfect ratio, by the way, if you get the ones that are shaped like bats or pumpkins, I think that's the perfect chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
Okay. I'll have to try it. I'll have to see how that tastes. Let's see. Candy corn tastes like candle wax. Candy
well,
corn
it's candy.
sucks.
I love
Candy corn
it.
is,
I don't give a
candy
shit.
corn is delicious.
I mean, I think candy corn is fine, but I would never put it as one of my favorites.
Chris says,
Or-
never mind
Mm.
Ronan wins. Lemon heads are amazing.
Lemon heads are good.
They're not bad.
Baby Ruth and 100 grand are old man
Grand are
candy.
so good.
Those are
Oh.
solid. I do like those.
God.
I'm
God.
a fan of caramel stuff.
All
I
right.
just had a flashback to the Goonies movie where he's going,
Baby Ruth.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So I have to say, like, my grandmother used to have the weirdest non-labeled, like, what was it, like a caramel candy or something that she always had in her purse, and I never knew what it was, but she always had it. She always like, would you like a caramel candy? And it was literally a clear plastic thing of caramel wrapped up in her purse. She could have been there for a million years. I don't know. Those
was
used to
it
be really good.
the little caramels with the white cream center in the middle?
Yeah, those things.
They're pretty damn tasty.
Yeah, I don't know where she got those from, but
My mother likes the worst candies of all.
right,
Good
what's she
and
like?
Plenty's
oh,
and Necco wafers.
oh God,
I'm like, how do you eat this shit?
I don't like either one of those.
surprised you
I'm
didn't
not gonna
take that
lie.
for-
I think of those candies, and I do think of like old age homes. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Cookies and cream Hershey's.
A good old butterscotch disc candy that your grandma just has in her purse for some reason all of the time.
You know,
Yeah.
a really good
Go
candy
with,
that hasn't been brought up yet? Butterfinger. Butterfinger's delicious.
I'll go with
Butterfingers are damn
a
good,
old,
yeah.
I'll go with a good candy whenever you're in a movie theater, and that's cookie dough bites.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
those are
not
really
bad,
good,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Bob, can I give you one little Butterfinger critique
Oh.
though? I love
Ooh.
Butterfingers, but they always get caught in your teeth. I think Fifth Avenues are better because they're very similar to Butterfingers, but they don't get stuck in your molars as much.
You see, I mean, I think the Butterfingers dissolve at just the perfect rate, so it's never an issue. Never.
I will never forget, totally, well, related to this, but kind of unrelated to this. Back when me and my friends, we lived in the mall. Basically, we were at the mall every fucking day. We went to the movies together. A friend of ours brought this girl that we've never met before. And she was like, at the time, 17 or something, because we were all really young. And she had a stroller, like a baby stroller. We were going into the movies
Oh no!
with like a doll in it and
I
everything.
know
And we're like,
what's going.
what in the world? She hid so much food in that baby stroller. There was a large fucking pizza in that baby stroller. We went to the theater. She had sodas everywhere from like 7-Eleven, a large fucking pizza, popcorn, all the different flavor popcorns you can get. All of that was hidden inside there. And she's like, I never get stopped. It's a baby in a baby stroller. They never stop me or say anything. It's like,
That's funny.
that's pretty crazy. So it was like,
See, like me and my friends, like we would sneak food into the movie theaters before, but we would all like wear if this was especially easy in the wintertime.
yeah.
But we would have like a bunch of layers on as we walked in, and we would put like food into the pockets underneath one of the layers, so it didn't look like we had massive lumps in there.
I just remember she's sitting there and she's like, okay, drink. She's passing out drinks. We're like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, pizza. And she pulls out this big, I'm like, where the fuck did this pizza come from? It was like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon.
What
I mean-
would you like on your pizza?
I don't even think in my local theaters you don't even have to sneak food anymore. Like I see people bringing in their bag of
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, I just think the theaters like,
They
dude,
don't
we
give a
need the
shit.
business. If you want
Yeah.
to come in, we
They
don't
do
give a
need
shit.
business,
what
yeah.
you-
It freaks me out every time because I don't do it often, but sometimes with like a big movie, I'll bring in a little something and they'll buy a drink there because I do like to support them, but also I'm not paying all that
Well,
for a big.
Our theater is like
It
a
is monthly.
full on restaurant, so we
Yeah.
usually just go to have dinner while we're having a movie.
Okay.
but like
Sometimes the food isn't
sometimes,
good there.
sometimes with the big movies, like they have to check bags because of the
Yeah,
we may have a knife, we may have a gun, and like the one time I had
right.
a whole bag of Cheetos just in my bag as they're checking. I'm like, oh no, and they're like, yeah. I was like, you're fine.
Yeah.
I was like, really? You're not gonna stop me? All right.
Okay, I just gotta say this quickly, then we'll move on. But I'm just getting reminded of this now. So me and my buddies, we went and saw. This was like I think the year I can't remember what year the movie came out, but it was Age of Extinction, Transformers. We got loaded before going in to see that movie, and not only did that happen beforehand, but we also brought more of it into our pockets.
Yeah.
But what was funny is we did a little trick. So like we had it in our jacket pockets, and we, they said, hey, what do you have in your pockets? So we bring our pockets out. We had actual candy in there just to mask those things. So we just held them up like this, and you couldn't see any of the lumps in our jackets from all the different stuff that we brought in.
Your lovely lady lumps? Your Humphrey lumps?
Sure, yeah. And by the time that movie, or actually, I won't say by the time it ended because we walked out, we kept consuming more product as that movie went on, and we were like, okay, this is not enough. Like, we cannot have a good time no matter how high.
I was about ready to say when you left and the movie ended like 2 days later.
So this is the restaurant. They have Sugar Rush loaded donut holes paired with warm donut holes. So if you want some whipped cream and sprinkles paired with your warm donut holes, there you go. Featured cocktails, the Aries and the Flynn, and these come with like lights in them. So
I hope they're better tasting than the Tron cocktails I had at Regal last week.
Were they not good?
One of them was jalapeno tequila, and it was like
I don't know what I think of that.
It was
my
really
Uncle
bad.
Alley.
It was pretty bad.
I was about to say that's either really.
That
good
sounds like
or bad.
Heartburn City for real, like a jalapeno.
Yeah, it does.
I
Yeah.
mean, at least mix it with better alcohol.
Yeah. Well, the restaurant that I was just showing, those are just the special things on the menu, but they have like burgers, steaks, salads, chicken, fish. They like, it's a legit restaurant. And the only reason it is during COVID, they started doing these like take home and watch your movie menu items. So you could order like a discounted full dinner from them for like your family with like popcorn and everything for like $30. So they did that. You go to the restaurant, pick it up, take it home, watch your movie. So they did that during COVID.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about the price of a steak at a movie theater, especially considering it's
$30
probably not brilliantly made.
No, it's like I can make a better steak myself.
Oh, easily, yeah. Mm.
I don't usually buy the steak there. I usually get they have a really good pizza.
In fact,
I mean, I probably
just
have more experience with
did.
steak than most people, but yeah.
I had grilled some over the weekend, and I posted pictures of it. And Lance, who's been in here a couple times, was like, "All right, I'm on my way." He's like, "That was enough to just immediately draw him in." Ronan and Darren, I think you guys probably saw that the steak pictures that I posted over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for my only remaining grandmother's birthday, so it was a good time. Can you pull up the almost thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. But first, I want to see what won the poll. Hold on.
I think I know what one. I think it was the castings one, wasn't it?
Let me check.
Ronan, check your DMs.
Okay.
Ronan, you
Give
won't
you
be
a
the
little
same
treat.
after. Is it the same one you sent me?
I sent him the last one I sent you.
Oh God!
All right, let's see what you guys picked for the why is it not loading? There we go.
Watch this expression.
In the poll, what won?
It's the same expression I had. That's why I looked down and was like, "What the hell?"
What was that? What is this? Like,
Let's see.
Eek.
So we had top 5 best Marvel castings in all of their media. So TVs, movies, and cartoons. Not MCU, just Marvel.
Oh yeah,
we got.
That sounds
I
like
think there might
fun.
be some
Wait,
good
read that
debates
again?
there.
yeah.
it again?
And I feel like that's gonna be a fight.
What is it
The
again?
best Marvel castings of all time, not just MCU,
Oh.
everything. Movies, TV shows, and animated. So
I feel like it's gonna be a fight to get to certain ones.
yeah.
Coda
So,
Johnson from Madam Web.
all right, so we have the super chat.
Uh,
We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up after this, but I feel like I want to give everybody a chance to give their answer. So $5 super chat from Lone Wolf. What's your favorite horror film, fam? Curious to hear your picks. As for me, I'd say Train to Busan.
Nice. Who wants to start?
I'll go last.
You know, I don't know if it quite counts, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. I'm gonna go with Silence of the Lambs. I love that movie.
Ooh.
It's so good.
I'm inviting my friend for dinner, or whatever the fuck he's
Oh
asking.
god, like the performances are so good, the direction is so good. I can't think of anything. I think the worst thing is about maybe trans representation, but like even in the movie and the book, they're trying to be like, this isn't trans stuff.
Yeah.
They mean well.
I'm gonna go John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh god, that's a good one. Oh.
And it's it's a film that like I would think that after the first time
Mhm.
it wouldn't hold up because the twist or you know what happens, but like no, every time
Dude,
I
the
hear that
effects in
theme,
hold up so well.
you see that dog, and then you're just waiting for it to get night, and then you go to the dog cage, and you're like, holy fucking shit! And then I love that movie.
I mean, a contender for me was Halloween. So
There you go. I'm gonna go with, and you can argue whether or not this one counts, but in my opinion, it does. I'm gonna go with Sam Raimi's Army of Darkness. You can say it doesn't read as a horror film, but you look it up, it's labeled.
it's a
as
horror franchise. At
You
least,
look it
I'll
up, it's
admit.
labeled as horror comedy. So many quotable moments. I mean, he has an eye for the weird, the graphic, and the outlandish. That's him to a T.
Mhm.
That's the one where he goes, "Yo, she bitch," or whatever. Is that the one where
Yeah,
he does that?
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that one. That's that one. There's so many funny quotable moments in that film. And when
Like-
he gets out, shop smart, shop smart. There's so many damn quotable moments.
And I do love how, like, I think, like, Evil Dead 2 kind of establishes who Sam Raimi is, and then Army of Darkness establishes Ash, and I do like how in the series later you get those two elements combined to a degree, and I love those two elements. But Army of Darkness is awesome.
Yeah, that's my favorite out of honestly probably my favorite out of the whole Evil Dead franchise.
By the way, if you happen to own,
my favorite, by the way.
If you happen to own the Evil Dead box set of 4K, what do they call it? The Groovy Collection or whatever. Yeah.
There's a million.
If you happen to own that, there is a picture of Lil Movie Perp in there.
Yep.
He directed a couple.
Yeah, he directed an episode, but his picture is in the box when it opens up. It's a close up of his face, and he didn't know it because he didn't own the box. Someone told him, and he's like, my picture's in there. So.
I think an argument. I think between Scream and Evil Dead, there's an argument that those are two most consistent horror franchises of just consistently putting out decent stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Scream's not really my thing personally, but respect people who enjoy it.
Did everybody go yet or no?
I didn't go yet.
No.
I don't think Darren went yet.
Darren hasn't gone.
All right.
I mean, I don't really watch horror movies very much. I feel like all the ones I've seen are not really horror movies; they're more thriller. I like Scream though. I think those are fun. I just did the It movies this week for the first time. Those were really fun. I did Alien a couple months ago. Those were fun. So I think those all count as horror movies. I don't know. Some are thriller-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
For me, it's a toss up. I'd kind of there's two that I just love so much. I'd go with the original Hitchcock Psycho. First one.
Good one.
And
Psycho 2 is underrated too.
Yes. Oh, Psycho 2 is such a great sequel. 1982 is the best year for movies ever. You got E.T., you got Psycho 2, you got I don't even go on and on. But anyway, and also I have such love for Scream 2. I feel like no matter how many times I watch Scream 2,
Scream 2 is good.
I can watch Scream 2 every year. It never gets old.
So I would say I have two, but one of them you could argue is not just exclusively horror, and that would be the first Alien. So Alien, that one to me is very scary.
I love that movie.
But this movie that scares me the most, and it's just one scene in particular really that scares me, is The Shining.
Oh,
that movie really, really, really scared me when I was younger, and there's one scene in that movie that haunted me for my youth, and I still think about it, and it's scary because it's so unsettling, and that is the scene with the bear mask guy in the room with the hotel the guy in the butler suit or whatever.
Yeah.
That scene is frightening to me because you have no fucking idea why it's even going on unless you read the book, and then you find out what that situation is. But in the movie, you don't know. And then the old fucking lady in the shower scene, which is another one that just scared the shit out of me when I was younger. So that movie was one of my favorite horror movies. Dr. Sleep was good too, but I don't think was Dr. Sleep horror. I don't even know if I would
more thriller
consider that horror to me.
There's a horrific scene in it.
I am 100% fine with calling Dr. Sleep horror, but I don't think it's as good as Shining. That being said, Eric, you're picking my daughter's pick. At least it used to be the same pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I may change my answer. I just thought about it, and I would say it was one of my favorite movies. But I did the Substance during Oscar season.
Oh, yeah.
That movie fucked me a little bit.
Yeah, that's a crazy movie.
Wild.
I had to keep pausing it because I was like, no.
What I thought was wild about that movie is that there's no characters in that movie.
Dude,
there's
it's rough.
one character
it's
that's just played by two actresses, and then Dennis Quaid being Dennis Quaid. Dennis
Do,
Quaid.
do you know what the most horrifying scene in The Substance is? Because it's not what you would think. It's watching Dennis Quaid eat shrimp.
Oh God!
There's nothing more horrifying in that film than
awful
close-ups of Dennis Quaid chewing
It's a
shrimp
gross
with his
movie.
mouth open.
Yeah,
And Senior brings up another good one, The Omen. That's my favorite Richard Donner movie. Love that film.
Okay.
Yeah.
I consider The Fly. David Cronenberg's The Fly a horror movie.
That's
I'm like,
why, yeah.
Dude,
It's
I'm
fucked.
almost
Heard
done
about
as out. Cronenberg's awesome.
Did anyone
When I
see
was-
the first Omen? The first Omen was surprisingly really good.
This for you, Damien.
And that director, man, she's going to go on to big things.
When I was 7, I was terrified of Flicka 2.
Oh my gosh. With that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up tonight. We've been here for 2 hours and 30 minutes, so we're actually getting out of here more along the normal time. I want to thank everybody for the super chats and everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Of course, we had Joe, Bob, Darren, Jake, and Ronan in the building. Go over, check out their channels, and if you dig what they're putting out, please give them a subscribe. Don't subscribe if you don't, because it kind of fucks with the algorithm. So I'm giving them a shout out, but make sure you're watching their content as well. Don't just scroll past it.
I just did Superman versus Man of Steel. Check it out.
Check it out for sure. With that being said, I'm out of here, everyone, and we'll talk to everyone later. Have a really good night. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.